Welcome in, Hawks fans. The night is here. The NBA draft has arrived. This is your Believe in Hawks NBA draft live reaction show. Obviously, you see we have a panel with us today that could get bigger throughout this live stream. I appreciate everybody tuning in just to talk about what the Hawks are going to do tonight. There's a lot of rumors surrounding the team, but just in general in this draft, definitely a lot of fanfare going into this for sure. So enough about me, though. I want to get into my guests. I want to start with Grant Shirley first. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Finally, draft day. Been waiting a long time for this. Super excited. Trust and Onsi. See who's got up his sleeve to see what we can do tonight, man. But I'm feeling great. I'm super excited.
Yes, sir. Same here. And obviously, another man, like I said, you may have seen him on social. You may know him as Demon Onsi. Preet, how you doing today, my guy?
I'm excited, man. It's been a long time coming. We're finally here.
Yes, sir, man. A lot of stuff going into tonight. And like I said, it's finally about to kick off, and we're finally about to see who's actually going where, which is always the big part of this night. So obviously, guys, first question I want to start with is there anything that you expect to happen that's a surprise tonight? Is there anything that you think that you've heard that you think I think might go down?
Grant, you want to start?
I feel like even though we expect it to go guard, pretty much like 5, 6, 7, 8, I feel like someone's going to break that up. Someone's going to like the top 8 or 9 seems like everybody has the same guys in there, but I feel like someone's going to jump in. Who that is, I have no idea. Could it be Nate Mintz? Could it be, Adai Mara? Could it be Yaxel or somebody? Or could it be somebody completely out of nowhere? I'm not sure, but I feel like something's going to surprise us in that 5 to 8 range that we're not expecting.
That's fair. That's fair. Anything from you, Preet?
I think I'm kind of the opposite. I think it's going to be pretty chalk. I've been monitoring the betting gods heavily today, and I think it's going to be – I think we're going to go to top 4 unanimously and then into guard. I will say Dallas can be a surprising spot. There's a lot of Nate Ament rumors there. I think they should go guard. I'm not a Nate Ament fan personally, but so they could be a little surprised, especially now with Dusty Mayhard. Does he take a Michigan guy? But otherwise, I think up until 8, we're going to be pretty chalk.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. Obviously, for anybody tuning into the live stream right now, obviously you can interact with us in the comments, ask any questions, give your opinions on what happens throughout the draft. Obviously, if there's something you want to get to instantly, you can always send a super chat in as well. And all of it will be appreciated for sure. So I guess we're all in agreement here, though. The top 4 is probably going to be chalk. So I know there was some late, maybe Darius and Peterson smoke to the Wizards, maybe, but sounds like everybody thinks the Bonds is going right here at 1.
If it was my pick, man, like I'm taking Cam Boozer. The chalk that we expect would not be my chalk. My chalk would be so different, but I agree. I feel like we're going to see like AJ, Darren, Cam, Caleb most likely. But yeah.
Bryce, who do you have number 1? Because I know Grant's team Boozer. I'm team DP. Are you AJ or do you have a consensus guy?
I've kind of been the consensus guy. I've kind of been AJ here.
Okay.
I mean, listen,
everyone's represented.
I feel like you could go any direction, really. Because it's funny because you always say you don't draft for need. So if you go Boozer, it's like, okay, well, like what are we doing here? Like, is someone's going to be on the bench that somebody's going to be pissed about, or you're trading AD? I don't know. But Darren Peterson, I've seen people also say that might be a good fit next to Trey. I don't know. Yep. But I think the Bonds also would be a good fit. I think he can play off ball, on ball. So I think it can kind of work. And honestly, I think Wizards look like they think next year, hey, we might be a sneaky team in the East because if guys can stay healthy and the Bonds is what we expect him to be. I mean, why can't we be competitive?
100%, man. It's hard to go wrong with these guys. You got 3, in my opinion, 4 guys that you could like really have a contention for that number 1 pick. And they all present different strengths and stuff. And it's hard to go wrong. To your point, I think Darren is the best fit. Like you said, you don't really want to draft fit for first overall.
Yeah.
That might happen in 24, We might be regretting that right now. But I think AJ, he's going to sell tickets, big time score. If they do move on from the Trey AD little experiment they're doing in a couple of years, you're probably going to be glad you have AJ at that point. But if they're keeping that team together, then maybe Darren makes a little bit more sense. But Yeah, overall point, you can't go wrong either way.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's here, man. What time are y'all at? I'm at 2 minutes 48 seconds right now.
Oh, you're ahead of me. I'm at 50.
I'm at 42.
Okay.
So me and Grant probably on the same
All right,
ish.
hold on. Let me fast
yeah.
forward.
We got to save our reactions by about 3 seconds for Preet.
No, y'all good.
Gotta fake him out. Oh my God, we got Jalen Brown.
No, I'm on the phone heavies right now.
I mean, shoot, if anybody sees any news or breaking news before they say it on TV, please do not be afraid to shout it out.
Hey, someone in the comments said, just remember who gets picked is getting sent to Minnesota. I believe that 100% too. So,
hey man, Anthony Edwards smoke coming. It's coming. Hey, listen, I've said, listen, if the season don't start well for Minnesota, you might hear it. It's weird because you can't really tank anymore. So it's like, what do you do? Do you just say we just got to do it, like, and just or do you just hang on and say we're going to try and then we'll see about the off season? Like, I'm interested to see how the tanking rules impact teams that would usually be like, all right, let's just give up for the year, because now it's like, well, giving up doesn't necessarily help us.
Yeah, I think we'll still see teams that are going into the season being like, we're going to develop and lose. That's okay. We're just not going to see teams in February and March make up 8 different injuries for their 21-year-olds that should otherwise be playing, because that relegation zone of the bottom 3, while you still get 2 lottery balls in the relegation zone, like it's still okay, but like you want to get 3 or more. So you want to finish in that 4 to 10 range, which is ideal. So, but we're still going to see teams that are going into the season like, yeah, this is not our year and that's okay. We're just going to develop.
That makes sense.
What did you guys think about that Randall trade last night? That caught me by surprise. A pure salary dump, nothing coming back. They had to trade back 5 spots, right? Right. Minnesota had to go back to the second round, right? That surprised me, man. What do you guys think?
I was, I tweeted about it afterwards. I said, this is just another example when you're a second apron team, or you're about to be. It's like, we've seen it multiple years now. You have to salary dump because you can't really take back salary. That's why Oklahoma City, even though that was different because that was a lower, price player in Wiggins that we got, I feel like that's why you don't want to be tied up against it, because then it just feels like, all right, we got to just dump a player. Yeah. Especially if you want to re-sign a guy. Like they couldn't re-sign Sumo without it. So, but what's your next move? Like, what do you do?
To that point, I wonder, Dante DiVincenzo is probably going to miss the whole season next year. And I don't know how much, I think he makes like 12 or 13. I don't know if they would have dumped him, if they would have had enough for IO. But I was thinking Dante the whole time. Just attach a couple seconds to Dante. He's not playing next year anyways, most likely. And just forget salary that way. But Randall came out of nowhere for me.
Cap casualties of the new CBA.
Yep.
But I mean, as a Hawks fan, we should all be happy about it, because
that's music.
It gets us rolling on the Ant-Man clock. So first Cat, now Randall.
I guess the only move they can make to shed salary was Rudy Gobert. Try to see if someone takes that $40 million.
The Celtics have been mentioned for him a couple times now, so maybe there is still some move to be made there.
Yeah.
And the good thing for us is that Owensy knows this, and he's proved it back-to-back years of like Nikhil gets squeezed, and we're giving Nikhil an MLE. And then this year, Aaron Wiggins, someone on OKC is getting squeezed, and we pick him up real quick.
All right, guys. So it looks like the expected has happened. AJ DeBonza, number 1 to the Washington Wizards. Obviously, people feel like he was potentially the consensus best player in college basketball this past year. Well, I'm assuming, like I said, I know we all had different camps, but what do we think about the fit overall now that it's happened?
I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan. I do think AJ's going to be great, but I'm not a fan of the fit with their current group. I think Trey needs the ball. AJ needs the ball. I think AD's on the way out, to be honest, so I'm not going to really factor him in, but I would have went DP here. I think DP's the best player. And frankly, if you were going to draft for fit, I think Boozer was a great fit too next to Sarr. So I think they could have played honestly, I'm not sure what the logic here is, like, other than they think he's the best player, but we'll see. I think he's gonna be an excellent scorer, though. I mean, he'll be a 25 point per game scorer in this league by far. So not trying to hate on the player, but personally, if the Hawks had won, I would be a little upset if we took AJ with the other two on the board. Not gonna lie.
Yep, 100%. I'm with you there. I do wonder. You give the Wizards truth serum. If they knew they're getting the first overall pick 4 months ago, 5 months ago, do they trade for Trey and AD? Because it was still a buy low, right? Like, so they got him for nothing.
Yeah.
But do they still do that if they knew they were getting AJ in the draft? I don't know if they would have. I feel like this would make more sense for their future if it was just AJ, Sarr, Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson, and a bunch of space to do whatever, taking bad contracts, get more picks, and just kind of run it with there. But now then that kind of like not really two timelines, because to your point, they might just flip AD and like they pay Trey a lot of money, but like, is he really priority number one in their organization for the next 5 years? We don't know, but they're kind of teetering on that a little bit, but trying to make it work with their current squad.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I feel like if they knew, I feel like they still maybe try to get Trey at least, and then he may have not gotten AD potentially, which would open up way bigger possibility of them going Boozer. Because I think some people kind of label Trey as like, oh, you got some young players, he can give them the ball, maybe raise their floor a little bit. So there's some positive net there. Where you got AD now, it's like, is it going to work? Is it going to, especially since he might not even want to be there. And then it just ends up being a waste of time, which I don't know if you guys would want to try to see if you can get a buy low in AD this time around.
I'd dump him. I'm not committing any type of max salary to Anthony Davis.
That's what he want. He want that max. He want that max money. I'm like, brother, I don't know if I can get that to you.
Yeah, I was more on the AD train, like back when we did have Trey, and just like kind of going forward with that group of Trey, Jalen, AD, and the rest of the guys. I would have bought into that, but right now with the current squad, I don't see the need for us buying low on AD or a lot of other teams for that matter, kind of flipping to buy low on AD again. So we'll see what Washington does, though. Do you guys think they're a playoff team with this squad? Like, they have talent now, obviously. It's kind of, we talked about kind of mixed match around the board, but they got some talent. What do you think about them?
I want to hear Preet answer.
I think they're gonna be a play-in team, yeah, but a playoff team, I'm not too there yet. Yeah. I think they'll tether that 8-9 range and probably have to win a game or two to get in, but I can't see them being better than a lot of the teams in the East from the past. I mean, we have the top 6 from last year. Miami just got better. Indy's gonna be back. That's a tough hill to climb for if you're the Washington Wizards. What do they have? 20 wins? You got to jump 20 plus wins in one season.
Yeah,
it's a tough task.
I mean, they could definitely be, I think, a team that's like a tough out team that you're gonna have to grind. I mean, I think the biggest thing is you can't look at the Wizards anymore. It's like, oh yeah, we beating the Wizards.
Yeah, it's not a free win for sure.
You got to compete.
I mean, there's not gonna be many free wins next year.
Yep. I mean, shoot. We haven't talked about them, but they're at 4. I mean, Bulls getting Claxton, probably going to draft Caleb Wilson tonight. Gidler, whatever you want to call them, triple-double machine. It's like, I mean, they got some talent out there in Chicago, and they've gave the Hawks some trouble the last few years.
They gave the Trey Young Hawks some trouble. That's it. Io DeSumo's not there to cook Trey anymore, so we'll see what happens there. Jake Fisher's out here way ahead of the stream tweeting pics, so I'm like not trying to say them
I know
on stream, even though we know what's like happening. But
same. I was expecting
the draft really starts at 5. We just need to get to 5 for real. These first 4 are as expected. And then we're really starting.
No new rumors coming in, Preet, that you can see. I got a different setup than I usually do, so I can't get on my phone without blacking out my video. So I'm not looking at my phone right now.
I think we're clear in the rumors right now.
Okay.
None on the TL or in the DMs.
Nah, that makes sense. Right now we got about 300 plus on the live stream right now. I appreciate all y'all tuning in. Obviously, like I said, if y'all have any questions, want to comment about anything we discuss, you can leave it in the comments. And like I said, if you want to super chat, we can get to it right away. Obviously, thank you for joining us and watching the draft with us. Obviously, the second pick is about to be announced right now, though.
Best player in the draft. Grant hates him, but I'm telling you, this is baby Kobe right here.
Yes, sir. Darren Peterson, number 2. How do we feel about it? Him, who is it? Him and Ace Bailey back?
I would have Darren 4th out of like the consensus top 4 guys personally. I think part of that is I feel like having him higher is relying a lot on the prior film with high school and AAU and stuff, and I just don't really watch that stuff besides like a few highlights, so I'm not as educated in that sense. But just some kind of red flags at Kansas. Obviously, an incredibly gifted shooter, can shoot in a phone booth, coming off screens. He's got that feathery touch, kind of like AJ Griffin used to have, where like it's almost like he's shooting threes like they're floaters. And they just kind of like drop in. Like very few guys have that, but I think Darren has that. I believe in the defense. I don't really believe in the passing playmaking at all right now, and that's kind of why he's lower in the group for me. And the athleticism, how much of it was the creatine cramps versus how much of it was maybe he just wasn't as athletic against better competition, I don't know. But just a couple, I don't know, a couple things are off with Darren for me. But obviously still an incredible prospect and still like clearly deserving of being selected here. And I think it's a good fit for Utah with what they have in the front court now with how big they are with Lowry, and if they re-sign Walker Kessler and Jaren Jackson, and they have Keontae at the point, and now you have a two-way shooting guard. And if Ace slides in at the 3 and one of those front court guys ends up getting traded or whatever, like where Walker signs elsewhere, like Ace can slide in there as well. So they got a good little squad.
Yeah, they definitely do. But I think our next person, I believe, is joining the conversation right now. Is that Luke in the small screen down there?
Oh, man, you calling me out right from the top? Look, size of the screen don't matter. But, yeah, it doesn't look good. I can't argue with you on that one.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Heatrick from Channel 2 Action News in Atlanta joining us on the live stream to react to the NBA draft right now. Obviously, we just got done with the second pick, which was Darren Peterson to the Utah Jazz and AJ Jabonza number 1. So, I mean, Luke, I guess you can get on the conversation. What do you think about this fit, Darren Peterson in general?
Yeah, I think it makes a ton of sense. I mean, what else were you going to do in a situation like that? You know, I think it was the natural one. It's the best player available. Hopping on to the end of the conversation, what you guys were saying about the guys that they, would re-sign, the decisions they have to make. You're just assembling in Utah the best talent available right now. And this is clearly a guy that a lot of people would still argue is the best player in this draft. So, it makes a ton of sense here. I am interested. Obviously, I know the injury question, and then what it was, what wasn't. It's obviously something that people are going to talk about. Fit-wise, how long this takes kind of to iron itself out. There's obviously going to be, as they say, a stronger reaction to what you do the first handful of games. So I think this is going to be a slow burn with Peterson. And I shouldn't say that the numbers aren't going to be there, the impact's not going to be there, but how it all fits is going to take some time because he is walking into a situation like a lot of these top 5 picks, top 3 picks do, where you are going to experience a lot of losing right off the bat. So this is going to be an adjustment period for him, but it makes a ton of sense.
Grant dropped off. He said he can't hear us right now. He's about to join back.
Gotcha. Okay.
But heads up.
But no, I hear you, Luke. I mean, it'll be interesting to kind of see how everything kind of put together because you never know. There's that sneaky team that potentially could, come up this year, especially in the Western Conference. Utah obviously making a couple of moves, but like I said, he's a guy that people expect to be a star at this level. Some people think his ceiling is Kobe Bryant. So, I mean, it just depends on how you feeling and where and if he can put it all together in Utah. Grant, you hear us?
Back. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Got you.
My bad. When Luke joined, everything went silent for me. I couldn't hear anybody anymore. But
Luke ruined it. My bad.
You're good,
Luke
brother. You're
ruined
good.
it.
I'm crying.
Oh, now I'm not hearing Bryce. Oh, this is bad.
Wait, you can't hear me now?
This is on me. Hold on.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna leave and come back right back
Yeah.
in.
When he joins back, my audio
Gotta
is
love
going to
the
cut out
tech.
now.
Everybody's audio just keeps cutting
All right,
out.
boys. Draft's about to start.
I'm assuming you love this fit for Memphis.
Hold up. Now I can't hear you guys.
That is hilarious. Hold on a second.
What's going on?
So you can hear us.
I can hear you guys.
Luke can hear us, but Grant can't hear us. Interesting. For some reason, these two guys, but they're on the same time, not working.
Grant might just have better takes than me, so I think it might be better for the people that they hear from him. I don't want to be silencing nobody on this.
Let me see some. Might have to try to see some real quick.
I can't hear you again, too.
Oh yeah, it seems like when either one of y'all come on, are y'all both on your phones?
Yeah, I'm on my phone and I'm in the AirPod. I can hear you now that I joined, but it seems like maybe Luke can't hear you now.
All right,
I cannot.
Hold on a second. I'm about to hit Luke because one of y'all might need to hop on the computer.
I'm gonna pop back up at like a particular window.
Okay.
Like when you guys need me, just tell me to come in. Just a little call to the pen action. We'll make it work.
Nah, I got you.
We got subs.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
dealing with the technical difficulties, but Gamer Booster goes 3. What do we think, guys?
Excellent fit, best player available. I think him and Edie is going to be an interesting pairing. I don't have too much stock in Edie just because I think a big man of that size with foot injuries is a bit tough to deal with, but Boozer's passing, shooting complements Edie perfectly. So, I mean, I think that's going to be a scary front court to deal with. I wouldn't want the Grizzlies to move east here in 2 years because I think their front office will get that team right, especially if they get a guard here with their second pick.
Sorry, I couldn't hear Bryce, but I could hear Preet. I'm going to leave and come back one more time. Hopefully we're good. But yeah, whoever joins next, maybe we'll need to see if they can join on a laptop or something. It knocked off Bryce's audio and Luke left again for some reason.
Good.
Preet, you think where do you think Ja's going to end up? I know they're trying to move him.
So funny enough, when the Randall trade happened, me and Grant were talking about it, and I was like, oh, does this mean they're about to go for Ja? Because that seemed like a logical spot for me. Miami was the other spot, but now that they got Giannis yesterday, I'm not too sure they make so much sense. So it wouldn't shock me if a team like Brooklyn or somebody just did another buy low and said, we're going to try to compete and see if we can revitalize his career because the spots are bleak. The Pelicans came out and said they don't want him. The Kings are about to take a guard, so they're not going to want him. Like, it's going to be interesting to see where he does actually land up.
Yeah, I guess this is just the archetype of guards, just not popular, and so the value is just not there.
Hey, shoot, Trey just got 200 million, so maybe they're bringing him back. Ja might just need to put
contract in the
season. All right, now the draft is about to start.
Show us something, Bryson Graham. Show us something. Do something crazy.
Now let's see if I'm going to make money off this pick or not. Number 5, come on.
You put a bet down?
Yeah, I've 2 separate bets on either Wagler or Mikal here. Both, if either hits, it's gonna pay out. So if Burries goes here, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm dead. Or Native.
Probably looking pretty safe.
That's not here. I was about to say not Native.
Imagine a Trey Murphy trade on the clock and Native gets selected 5th. That'd be crazy.
Did you place that Native Mint 8th bet?
Not at plus 1,200. I can't fathom my team having that selection and betting on Natum Mint, but it is good. I will say, if I was unbiased, that is good value. If you think the Hawks are about to get Murphy,
Yeah,
a good hedge for my current positions, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Do we think Natum Met is? I know the common comparison is he's basically the American Zachary Richichet. Is that what we're thinking here?
I don't. I think they play completely different. I think they look identical, and they both wear number 10, and they have like the same frame. Nate's a little bit taller, probably a little bit bigger. I think the games are different. Zach's more perimeter, and Nate's more of like a real forward. I feel like. But yeah,
I think he's the anti-Ricochet. Like, he actually has ball handling and wants to put the ball and create, but he's not very good at it. And then Zach is on the perimeter shooting, but he's also not very good at that. So, two bums, but they're the same player.
No, I got you.
Damn, I wish we were Chicago jumping to 4 is so tragic, man. We were right there. We could have got our own franchise player in addition to the core we have now.
I'm still sad, man. I'm still sad. We deserve it, man. We deserve it.
We went from Darren Peterson and Boozer combos to one of these guards, which I'm still going to be happy with, but damn, man.
Hey, that's why I said the draft is actually good, because you can get an actual real decent player at that pick. So, and depending on who you ask, some people think Michael, some people think Wagler could be the best player after the first 4, depending. So,
do you have a guy that you want the Hawks to take right now at 8? Like, of the 4 guards, who's your favorite, Bryce?
Out of 4, I mean, I'm a big Michael Brown guy. Okay. So, but I said this earlier. I was like, realistically, I think Flemings.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Grant, you can still hear, right?
Yeah, I'm good. All
right, let's try this. All right, everybody good? Everybody still here?
Hello.
We can hear you.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, sir.
This is great. God, we're not shortchanging Grant this time. It works for everyone.
Like I said, just one of y'all need to hop on the computer and it would be straight. I think we just can't do 2 mobile phones.
Look, Bryce doing IT support over here too during the draft.
Trying out here, man.
All right, 4th pick.
All right, so as expected, Caleb Wilson at number 4 to the Bulls. Any instant reaction to this? Obviously, Bulls got a nice little young core they're building.
The best thing that could happen to Caleb Wilson is he gets drafted 4th, because that dude has a chip on his shoulder, because he thinks he's the best player in this draft, and they leave him out of every single top player combo. It's always Boozer, Peterson, Devanza. Always those 3 guys. And Caleb Wilson's definitely going to be like just trying to kill from day one. So I love it. I think it's a great fit in Chicago. Fits that SLAP acronym that Bryson's looking for up there. So I'm happy for them.
Yeah, I agree.
It makes a ton of sense too. Like, to Grant's point, that's all we've heard is he's the weakest of the 4. And maybe that's not the correct way to say it, but he has been the guy that's at the bottom of that. You know, being here in Atlanta, we've talked to people that have, you know, in the metro area, just they produce so much talent year in and year out. You know, recently so many one and done guys. I mean, you can go down the list in the last however many years between Ace Bailey, Stephon Castle, Ant-Man, you know, Jaylen Brown, just so many guys. We've had some people say that Caleb Wilson's the most dominant that they've seen and the most NBA ready. So this is a guy, you know, to Grant's point, what a lot of people have echoed, you know, does have that chip. He goes to a situation where, yeah, they're putting things together, but it's a lot of unknown. But, man, and you saw that game, you know, in early February when him and Boozer went toe-to-toe and how relentless he was in that game. And it wasn't just that he was, you know, super aggressive. He was consistently making the right play in that game with far less talent around him. So I really like, you know, this is obviously the right pick, and now we know the draft starts, but I like Wilson a lot.
Like the top 3 is great in this draft, but I would not be stunned at all if Caleb Wilson's the best player in this draft in 5 years. Like he's that talented and has that kind of mentality. And yeah, to your point, like he's played these other guys and he's usually come out on top. He came out on top against Boozer. He came out on top against Peterson. I think in high school he came out on top against Devanza a couple of times. So he's got the resume, man.
Yeah, obviously, really, really impressive guy. Obviously, saw a few of his games at North Carolina. I wish I could have saw him in the ACC tournament because I went up to there to watch a couple of games. But obviously, yeah, he's a guy definitely. If they get 4 stars from this draft, this is going to be one of those drafts that people look back on and say, "Wow, what a class!" And that's just from the top 4. We don't even know about the rest.
Yep.
But all right, let's see if we can fit another person into the party. Our 5th guest has joined us now.
I'm more nervous about this than
hey guys. How y'all doing?
Hello.
What's up?
We all still good? Can we hear everybody?
Yeah, everybody can still hear?
Oh.
Everybody can still hear. Fantastic.
How y'all doing today?
We're good, man. We got our starting 5.
Vibes are good.
I really want to come in for this 5, 6, 7, 8, so it could be every guard except for Kingston Flemings. That's what I prayed for today. That's what I prayed for today.
Speaking of that, I got to bring up the first comment here. Don't forget, been linked to Berries, Braden Berries at 8, or a potential trade down and drafting him. I don't know how you guys feel about him, but that has been something that has been heating up.
I like Burries, but I would not take him over any of the 4 guards that we've been mentioned. Like I think he fits well in the egalitarian offense off the DHOs. I think he'll be a good fit with Onyeka for sure. 2-way guard, good size. He kind of like the most CJ-esque guard that of those 5 guards, so he kind of fits it. He's like plug and play for a CJ replacement long term, but I would be a little upset if we take him over Flemings or McKell or anybody else that's on the board.
Well, that's fair. Hey, some people take Jamal Murray, so.
The Clippers clock is saying 0 right now, though. So, did they trade this pick, or did the pick end?
I don't see a notey yet.
Yeah, I see a pick is in, so. I guess it'll probably be Wagler here. I'm guessing.
Oh, you said no trade. Oh, I don't want to spoil. Should I be tweeting what they say, or should I be saying what they tweet, or what? What's the policy here?
Brother, you can do whatever you want, brother.
All right, I won't say who it is, but I'll say they said no trade. The Clippers have made the pick.
Yeah. Yeah, do that. You can say if there's like some kind of like deal or something, but don't say who the selection is.
That's fair, yeah.
No trade on the clock doesn't mean no trade when someone else comes up on the. You never know with these things. So
the draft doesn't start until someone puts on the wrong hat.
Yeah, for real.
So we got one of those coming here at some point.
I mean, this is the range where trades are supposed to heat up. So shoot, if not, we gotta wait till 10. Actually, not 10.
They got this man Keaton smiling every 5 seconds at the table.
You got pink eye?
Oh no. He might actually.
All right, guys. 5. So obviously he's a guy who, I mean, from the get-go, I think he was mocked as to go to the Clippers. Obviously, we heard about the Michael Brown hype, potentially would they go in that direction, even with having Darius Garland. But they end up going with Wagler. How do we feel about this fit for the Clippers right now? He's a guy who some people said was number 1 on the Hawks' board potentially as well.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about fit specifically, he's the guard that makes the most sense for the Clippers because of Darius Garland, right? Personally, I had him a little bit lower on my board. Probably would have had him like 8, 9, 10. I'm a little concerned about the pace of his game with his skinny frame and lack of athleticism. Gets compared to like Cade and Luka with that pace, but the difference in Cade and Luka is they're bigger, they're bulkier, taller, And Lucas Case, he shoots the ball over his head, whereas Keaton kind of shoots it right in front of his face, which can be harder for him to get a shot off. So I have concerns there, but I mean, if he can put on the size and make some kind of athletic strides, and the shot's real, if he's a real 40% 3-point shooter, then I definitely see the high end outcome here. I'm a little bit hesitant on if he can get to it.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I think the biggest thing for him, I think, is just the shooting. Is how good of a shooter can he be? Because I think that's something that'll help him out. He's definitely a guy when you don't have the athleticism, you really have to be skilled. Because if you're skilled, you can still be very effective. But obviously, you got to understand your limitations. Because I think what they said the floor is what Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, shorter slow mo.
Yeah, essentially. So.
No dunks at 6'6" in the entire college season. That's tough, man.
That's crazy.
Got to give me one dunk.
They said he put on like 20, 25 pounds from the start of his college season to now. So I guess we've seen that he can put on the weight. I guess we'll see how much he will continue going into the league.
Someone said in the podcast too recently that is from Kansas and his area that like his family, his brothers and dad maybe are like have a little bit more of a bigger build, like have some muscle on them. So it's kind of like leading hopeful that the genetics are on his side. But like he can get there. He's just not there yet. So hopefully he can, man, for his sake and for his projection in the league. Look at that graphic. All these 40 balls by the freshmen.
Some calling the greatest freshman class to ever come through.
And that was all the same night too, man. That was crazy.
I guess this is really where the draft kind of gets interesting. Brooklyn. I mean, could be Brown. We've heard Ahmet. Some people think with them trading Claxton, maybe Mara even. I mean, do we think we're gonna get a swerve from Brown, or do you think it's gonna be guard again here?
I'm going Mikael Brown. I think he's the best. Him or Kingston are the best player available, so that's what I would do for them. But they're also in a peculiar spot because they took 5 freaking players last year, and none of them. Yegor looks solid, but the rest of them I'm not too sure. So it'll be interesting. Do they draft for fit here, or are they going through best player available? The clock is ticking still, though, so they could be trading.
Yeah, I would take Michael here. I mean, just go with the best player on your board. Even though, like you said, they took 3 point guards last year. None of them have proven to me that they can be elite point guards, so I don't care. So just take another point guard. That's your best player.
First discussion if that happens. What we do with Igor? Is he our 6 man? Are we starting him at the 2? What are we doing here?
Yeah,
I could see Yegor in kind of like a Kevin Herter-ish type off-ball role. Honestly, his shooting was more impressive to me last year than his passing or anything else. And really, like, the shooting was the issue in college, but he really kind of flipped that around in the NBA. So I think he'd be kind of fine as a off-ball 2-3 if they do draft, a true lead initiator right here.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, the pick is in, so I guess now we just wait to see who they go with. I'm intrigued. This could change a lot. If they don't go Brown, now you're thinking
if they go A-Cup, that's big Hawks implications.
Yeah.
Because Kingston is the second name mentioned with Zach, so that would change a lot of things, but let's see.
They shock the world and go Braden Berries here.
Yeah.
It's possible, bro.
Fisher has the pick. We ain't gonna say it, but Fisher has the pick.
Fisher does have. He is doing his best Shams impression this year, tweeting all the picks before they're out.
Shams hasn't said a word, has he?
Yeah, I think ESPN probably told him, now that you're on TV with us, you're not about to spoil these picks.
Hey, they were doing that same clapping last year. They did the same clapping last year.
Yeah.
And they drafted all those point guards. This ain't gonna fool me.
It's all funny because it's like, how are they supposed to react? They're gonna be pissed off in the room.
Yeah, Twitter was hating.
Like, you made the pick.
that Mr. Whammy?
Who is it?
All right. Seems like we have been sticking to the script so far, guys. Michael Brown is a net. So everything's going the way people have said it's going. Now we get to Sacramento. We expect it to continue that way. We've heard they really like Acuff here. So we won't have to worry about the Acuff vortex coming to Atlanta. But you never know.
That'd be the surprise of the draft. If they pass on Acuff right here, that I'd be stunned.
That's just going to create a whole conversation.
The betting favorite has gone at every slot so far. Just FYI.
Who is it at 8? Is it Kingston or a day?
Yeah, Kingston ended the day at plus 145. Notably, the rest, everybody else was minus odds though. So this was really the first pick with positive EV is us. So we'll see.
Shoot, they still could. I mean, we heard they made trade down. Maybe that's still something they could be entertaining too.
I'm scared, bro. My heart beating, bro. I can't do this. I'm on a concert on stream and shit. I can't do this.
So we assume Acuff's going 7. So everybody, who's your pick at 8 right now? Your ideal pick at 8?
Flemings.
I'm between Mara and Flemings. I really be finding their way.
You could sell me on Mara.
Yeah,
There's a selling point for Mara, but I think Flemings is probably the guy that just checks more boxes right now for them at 8.
I was waiting for one of y'all to say Trey Murphy.
Making a pick for New Orleans.
Ever since that rumor got out, if there was going to be a trade, it was always going to be within the next 10 minutes. They weren't going to make that trade until we were on the clock and they knew who was available. So if it's going to happen, obviously it's going to happen here in the next few minutes.
Whew.
I would also definitely trade back with Milwaukee for 10 and 13. If there's a guy they think they have to get at 8 to jump Dallas, or maybe somebody we like and they want to jump and get it from us, I'd be more than happy to trade back with them for 10 and 13 because you're still going to have one of the guards, Flemings or Burries or Mara there at 10. And then 13, there's still a handful of good guys to select there. So I'd be down for that if that's an option.
And you package 23 in Kispert and you call it a day.
Yep. Cam Johnson or somebody for 23 in Kispert. You got some options out there.
Yeah. You never know. They could also do something with JK too. You never know. They mention Kuminga sometimes.
Yep.
We haven't heard any rumors about it, but I'm watching heavy in those 14 to 20 range if they dangle Zach to any of those teams, particularly like the Grizzlies at 16. I think Phoenix has a pick from Orlando or somebody has a pick there too. There's no smoke about it, but I would definitely be trying to get another first there so then you can do the Kispert in 23 and get off his deal too.
You can Zach straight up for one of those, or Zach in 23.
Yeah, I would just do straight up. Straight up. That would assume Zach has value to someone to be a first round pick, but
yeah.
I think that's a fair price.
No, that's right.
Zach's pick is in. This is going quick.
Hey, that helps. I mean, shoot, I don't even feel like 45 minutes have passed by, to be honest with you. Feels like it's been quicker than that.
Damn, I was kind of hoping Michael might slide to 8. I'm a little upset about that.
if the back is good, I think he has the most upside out of anybody that's not the top 4. But backs are scary, man.
Yeah.
I would say for him, it'll be interesting. He's in a spot with another person with the back history, so he might be honestly in the best spot. If MPJ, with MPJ, like there might be some things that they can share between the two to make sure that they're good.
All right, guys. Darius Acuff going off the board at number 7. Obviously, this has been the most consistently outside of number 1, number 2 is, hey, this is the pick they wanted. Obviously, Scott Perry has a connection to Acuff's dad. Now he's here. He's also been probably the most polarizing point guard, I think, during the draft cycle, just because we see the offensive upside, but obviously this defense can scare you. So, I guess the question is he going to Acuff to revive? I mean, not going to Acuff, going to Sacramento to revive the city? Or some people may think he may be going there to just kind of be a guy. What do y'all think?
I think Acuff's going to be all right. I just don't think the Kings can build anything around him defensively to even – because we already know his defense is atrocious, respectfully. So I don't trust the Kings to build anything. So I don't know how it's going to look. He's going to put up numbers, though.
They said they're going to probably waive DeMar DeRozan. That's the report, probably. So, I don't know.
I like it, man. He's going to sell tickets. He's going to be fun. Yeah. He's going to put up numbers. Like that team just needs like something exciting right now because they had their light to beam era and everything went downhill fast, and now they're pretty much selling off of everything as much as they can with some of the bad contracts, and they might flip Sabonis tonight for all we know. Like you said, wave and stretching DeMar DeRozan. Probably can't find a trader for Zach LaVine because of his contract, but a couple to give them excitement, give them some hope for what the next iteration of Kings basketball looks like. So he's got his issues, and like you said, it's going to be hard to build a defense around him, but they're probably not worried about that for a few years. Just get the guy in, be excited, and see what happens.
I think one of the comps I saw was, I don't know if y'all see this, it was potentially Jalen Brunson. Y'all see that at all?
I'm not there at all.
Everybody's like, no, I do not see that.
My heart's racing, man. Someone tweeted a potential pick here, but it was one of those like fake aggregators, so I'm like not trying to pay any attention.
I'm crying.
Yeah. I can't look at my phone.
I'm just trying to see it on the TV.
This is the pick we don't need to look at the internet. Just let it come to us, guys.
Yeah, I'm putting the phone down. Unless they say trade, I'm not saying.
They're gonna cut the Shams in a second. The Hawks are discussions with.
To catch up with y'all, I'm watching on YouTube TV. So wait, I just got a notification, but I moved that shit up so fast. I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I'm assuming everybody thinks we're staying here at the pick. It seems like it, unless something happens in the next couple of minutes.
If you see Shams pop up on the screen before the pick is announced, you know what's happening.
They don't even have the clock running it.
Yeah,
I just noticed that too.
I mean, they're on the big board, but not on the screen.
The tweet is in.
I got spoiled. One time I looked at my phone, I just got spoiled. Yep.
Got spoiled?
Of course, they go to commercial.
There's the Taco Bell ad.
We're getting the next Jokic. Let's go.
I can't do this to me.
That's crazy. Commercial during our pick?
I know. That's what I said. Like, oh, they go to commercial now?
First, they didn't rig the lottery for us and jump us in the top 4 after that genius trade. Now they want to give us a commercial for our pick.
Oh, and he deleted the tweet. Haha, that's so fucking funny.
I'm crying.
Sorry, I don't know if I can curse. I don't know if I can curse on here. But
no, you're good.
Fisher didn't delete the tweet. The aggregator deleted the tweet.
Oh,
Airy report said we were taking somebody, and he's already deleted the tweet. So if that's what you guys need to know. How many people are on the live? Stop quote tweeting Airy report onto my freaking TL every day. The dude does not have sources.
Everybody in here blocked by Evan Sidery.
I am. I've gotten blocked twice by him now.
Man, the aggregator's going crazy around this time.
Oh,
I thought you said Fisher deleted the tweet, like he jumped the gun. What was that situation
no,
a couple years ago? It was like,
when what was it, Ware and somebody else, or when Chris Haynes deleted Jabari Smith that one when the Magic were on the clock for Paolo.
Oh, I didn't see that one. That's
I
crazy.
think I remember that. He got like a lot of heat for that, didn't he?
Yeah, they all be making mistakes here and there outside of Woj and Shams, really.
As someone who was working in Orlando when that happened, that was fun. that was fun.
All right, come on, let's get back to it.
And shit. Can we hurry up?
I know. Can we get back to it? I want to see New York Knicks commercials.
This only happens to us. I swear to God. This like commercials before a pick. This only happens to us.
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious because then Adam Silver has to sit back there. We on commercial. We can't go out there yet.
It's crazy. I want to talk about it, but we can't talk about it yet. I'm like,
hey, luckily nobody's
let it
put
happen.
it in the comments either. So everybody's just.
This is the longest commercial ever. Oh my God. What is going on?
They've been going for like 50 minutes straight, so they're going to milk this first commercial.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is true.
All right, I think we're back.
We'll be right back.
Perfect. Let's hear the call.
All right. All right, Hawks fans. Kingston Flemings is now part of the Atlanta Hawks, the guard from Houston. I don't know if some of you were able to read it, at least our article earlier on the Players Tribune. Fantastic, by the way. I recommend reading that. Guy who's just going to give it his all. You know, what do we think, guys? I mean, he's obviously now going to be tasked with being, expectedly, the future of the backcourt for the Atlanta Hawks.
I know Preet's been high on him since the beginning, man. What you got to say?
I was gonna say I've had stocks since November in Kingston Fleming, so I think he's the best player available, best point guard on the board for us. I think offensively he fits into perfectly to the pace that Quinn wants to play at. Defensively, he'll be a good and as a low man as he can be for a small guard. The stock generation will be good for pushing the pace, turnover creation, everything. I'm high on Flemings. I would say he needs to shoot more threes for sure. That's definitely something that he's going to have to do for this offense to work, especially if he's going to be playing a lot of minutes alongside Dyson. But I couldn't be more excited. I mean, I think he's the best guard available, and he's only going to be a one position defender most likely. But I do think off ball he'll be really good for within the system. So couldn't be happier with the pick, to be honest.
Does the size concern you at all? Is that something? I know some people bring that up, but I feel like he plays bigger than his size. But does that concern any of you?
I would say the measurables were a bit off-putting when they came in, just because I think on ball it does kind of reduce him to a one-position defender. He's only going to guard point guards, I think, but off ball you don't really see it on the tape. Like he's not missing steals because his arms are short. Like he's in position. He moves his feet incredibly well. So like I don't really see any issues off ball. On ball though, like he's only gonna be on he's only gonna be able to guard one position. But I think that the way we play, switch heavy, him in a low man, I think he'll do a lot of what we, funny enough, wanted Kobe Buffkin to do that actually thrived in defensively. So I'm excited.
Yep. And he just seems like a wonderful guy, right? Just like the personality's gonna be an awesome fit. Going to be like great to be around his teammates, and I'm sure Quinn's going to love him. There were two guys in our range that I thought Quinn could trust right away to give them rotation minutes, and it was Kingston and Burries, because those guys were the number one players on top 5 college teams as freshmen. Like the fact that Kingston was Houston's best player, like Houston, a program that's not known for like having their freshmen be their best players at all, was kind of spoke for itself. You can't teach his speed. The middy's pure. Like I said, got to get the 3-point volume up, but that's like Quinn does that. Quinn gets everyone's 3-point volume up, so I don't really have to worry about that. Handles a little loose. I have a little bit of concern about.
Whoa, we got a face. We got a face.
Whoa, Dallas went completely off the rails.
Hey,
with the pick card.
but is it a surprise? Is it a surprise?
No, it's a big surprise.
I saw it, but I mean.
I am gonna go make a.
Is it a big surprise like that? No,
yeah,
but
it's a huge surprise. And don't forget the player who's getting. I can say it.
Sorry, I didn't mean to give it away, but
you're good. No, I
that's shocking.
But they said he was rising up the ranks. They said he was climbing fast.
There were rumors at 8. Not like I don't ever like I don't think it's a real thing, but there were rumors at 8 for a second.
I want to cry, bro. Wait, what happened? Yo, what happened? No. Like someone got spoiled on the stream. I wanted to react, but y'all, they said Dallas made something crazy. Like they went off the wall. Wait, don't tell me yet. Where's the volume? What type of stream is this? Oh, I do have it muted.
You good now?
Yo, bro, I really I feel so bad for their eardrums in that stream. I started screaming.
You're good.
All right, we got our first bookmark, gentlemen. Nate Duncan. I'd probably rather have Derek Queen than Kingston Flemings and Asa Newell. Doesn't excuse the process, as the number 8 pick could have easily jumped to the top 4. I'm lower on Flemings than most, but it looks like the worst trade ever turned okay.
Blazin?
Can you hear us?
Is it crazy?
I don't think you can hear us.
I don't think you can hear us.
It's crazy? That's what I got. He literally made a face. So I said, yo, I got.
Let's see it. Let's see the reaction.
Wow.
He said after Dusty May became head coach of Dallas, if you don't take me, you're getting blocked. That brother took that seriously. Crazy.
Yeah, there were rumors his range was jumping up from 8 to 14. OKC really liked him, apparently. Charlotte was looking at him really hard. He was rising, man. All the way to 9, though. Like, I didn't think he'd get top 10, honestly, even though they were saying that. But that's – Dusty got his guy.
Juarez 9 is crazy, though. Because, I don't know. I view Flag as a 4. I view Morez as a floor too, and obviously they can play together. But still, Morez is locked as a 4. I think there's no maybe he plays some small ball 5 minutes here and there, but if you told me the first Michigan player selected was him over Ade and Yaxel, I would have bet any amount of money that wouldn't happen. That's insane.
Agreed.
Also, you would think that they would have taken a guard, right? They were linked to guards the whole entire process.
Which poses the question, Dallas just took a tweener, a 4-5, right? They have Gafford and Lively. There were some rumors of Gafford at the deadline with the Hawks. If we need to get that backup center option, if we're not getting one in the draft or free agency, do you consider a Kispert plus 23 for Gafford? I don't know about how they view Lively right now with his injury history, but would you consider Kispert plus 23 for either one of those guys as your backup center?
1,000%. I would.
Yeah,
I would. Yeah. Because I think at 23, you're just not expecting anything out of that player this year. You're not, and you're looking at, and I don't know how you guys do this, but however anyone looks at it and says, okay, this core intact for X amount of years, it's always a year shorter than that. It always ends up being a year shorter. So I think the window is really for the team 2 to 3 years. So I think you be hyper aggressive, and that's what we were going back and forth, a few minutes ago about the Mara, not so much Mara, but it was the center guard, type discussion, where I think they just took the guy that checked the most boxes. I really like Fleming. The shot certainly is a concern, but I like a lot that he brings. But if you're able to package 23, a guy that, you're talking about an Ace and Newell type player who you're like, that's another year away, year plus, who knows? And you're fighting for minutes now on this roster. I think you go get the sure thing. Move off the Kispert deal if you can. Live without 23 and go get a guy that is, what you're going to get. Because right now you can't operate in ifs, ands, and maybes. You got to have some absolutes here, and that's what I think Ansi's approach is going to be.
Yep, 100%.
Technically, my other scenario is also on the table too here, because I mentioned could the Hawks trade back up into the lottery potentially, since you have Oklahoma City who might be willing. We already traded once, so I don't know if they're going to trade again, but. And then maybe, I don't know, if Mara doesn't get taken here, if Golden State decides not to go there, do you think about trying to get back up? Is he someone you really like that much? I don't know.
Hey, if you can get back up to this range and get Mara, home run draft. Flemings Mara, I'd be in love with that, man. Is there a team that would take Kuminga in 23 or Zach in 23 here in this range coming up to get up to their pick number? That'd be what I would think that the offer would be.
You would think he doesn't make it past OKC here, right? I know that's
if that happens,
a spot that people keep calling Mara for, or even Golden State maybe.
Does that mean Isaiah Hartenstein will be available? Because we heard that
Sorber
we want to pursue him hard if he becomes available.
It's intriguing.
So we might be finding out if we have a free agent target in the next couple of picks.
If they do go Mara, then you're looking at iHeart. I'm also looking at Thomas Sorber to see what his availability is, because then they have Chet, Mara, Hartenstein, and Sorber. All those guys are mostly centers. Check and play 4 or 5, but the rest are pretty much centers. So I would be calling about Sorber to see what that market's looking like. All right, first pick in the post-Giannis era. What are they going to do?
Let's go. Did they say Ozzy's got to do a post? Is he going to do a post conference after the draft? Right? There's got to be something, right? Usually they speak after the draft.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what he says about 1 or 2 picks, whatever happens here.
Is this Ament here for Milwaukee? Is that who that would be?
I saw who it is. I'm going to refrain.
Okay, never mind. All
right. Maybe. I don't. Yeah.
They have been linked to him, so it's possible.
Yeah.
And they have a need for a forward.
You go get the longest guy on the board, post Giannis.
Going back to the Hawks real quick, Kingston Flemings probably starting off the bench, leading the second unit, or
100%.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think so. And that CJ deal, how they structured it, is one where if you think Kingston's ready to take that next step mid-season, which I wouldn't bank on it. Rookies, it takes a long time to adjust. He's 19 years old. But if you think he is ready for that step, then that CJ deal is an expiring contract. You can move and put him in there, or just bring CJ off the bench if he's okay with kind of switching that role. But I would bank on Kingston spending most of the season, if not all of it, coming off the bench.
That's fair.
All right, so you said break stuff, but not actual
Say that.
spoilers.
Yeah.
It says Jake Fisher just reported the Warriors are fielding calls for the number 11th pick. I'm going to throw it out there. It won't happen, obviously. Jonathan Kuminga at 23 for 11.
I'm rooting for chaos. I'm rooting for it.
Listen, we'll give you Kuminga and Hield in 23.
But realistically speaking now, though, you would think that this is the Trey Murphy spot, no?
The Trey Murphy spot. I think this is
the player that they've been linked to is available.
I think this is the Trey Murphy spot.
After you guys hear this pick. So Birdie just went 10.
Yep.
I mean, it's
Eight immense on the board. That's who Dumars has been focused on for whatever reason. You get your Trey Murphy next to this Splash Brothers 2.0 between Steph and Trey Murphy would kind of be pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
What's the matching salary? Because Golden State's got to send some money, all right.
Let's check. Let's pull up the Fanspo. What's Murphy on 30 million? Oh, they do not have good. The only matching salary is Draymond, and that's not gonna happen. So
yeah, that's actually pretty tough. Unless it's like a Jimmy flip because he might miss all of next season. But that's
true.
You got to add more players, maybe another team. That's gonna be really complicated with that salary.
Oh, if they could add Herbin on the New Orleans side, and then you're adding in multiple picks on Golden State's front to get it.
Yeah, 11 Jimmy, future first, maybe Moody. I don't know for Herb and Trey. Yeah. I think I saw a report that they're preparing to re-sign Kristaps too. That might have been Stein and Fisher that said that. I can't remember, but they're preparing to bring KP back.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is why I didn't think that we could probably go Mar here, unless that they changed their mind. But
yeah,
obviously a team that I guess to look out for is potentially. I know they said potentially Hornets. Hornets might want to try to get up to 11 here.
Man, I would love to jump up. Oh.
We'll see if Monty's working phones.
Well, you would think. Okay, so it's Golden State's here. 13 is technically Milwaukee. They've been linked to Emmett the whole time other than Birdie. So you would think if this is going to be a Trey Murphy trade, the Pelicans have to jump at 11 or 12 to get him.
Yeah.
Actually, reading the tea leaves here.
Yeah.
Okay, what if OKC just did some random trade? That'd be hilarious.
They can't send What if they send Murphy to OKC for like Lou Dort in 12 or something? Like
that would be insane.
I'd be pissed.
I think OKC is just gonna stay and take Mara and use him as the Wemby stopper.
Well, don't forget they also said Yaxel. Somebody also like too. If they want
that's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would like
Yaxel is their timeline too as an older player.
It seems like it's going to be a Michigan player. It seems like.
But I still can't believe Morez Johnson went 9. I wish I knew the odds of that because that's got to be.
He said you would make
plus
some money.
1,000. No, I just don't think that there's no way he was in the not triple digit, quadruple digits. Like there's just no way.
I was wondering this, like when we talk about with Kingston and like, the CJ contract, in the 1 year. And it's like, it's a natural discussion to be like, all right, well, if you feel that your new point guard's ready, like to take that step, you can move off CJ. It's natural.
Mm-hmm.
But then you feel good about saying, hey, playoff situation, tight game. Rook, go make something happen. Jalen, are you there yet as a creator to make something happen? CJ's a guy that you could just, they gave the ball to and let him create in 2 and 3. So are you ready to move? Like with Kingston, it's got to be a huge jump. Or you got to be adding pieces. Yeah. I understand it, the logic of it, and we're getting way into the weeds there. But that's just what I was like wondering with you guys. What your thoughts are on that.
I lean towards keeping CJ the whole year for the points you outlined.
Right.
And honestly, considering even like beyond this year, he's just a good bet to have and get you a bucket in crunch time. Whether he's starting or coming off the bench eventually doesn't really matter. Like he proved his worth with this team over the last 6 months. So, I kind of lean towards just keeping him around for that value. And I know sometimes there's personalities in play or like, no, like I think I'm ready to take this next step or whatnot that we always aren't privy to. So, but I think your points about like the value that he can provide with Flemings still there are all true.
Right.
This is taking a long time for this pick, man.
I know, right? And because of that, we'll do the quick plug. Obviously, guys, we're up to 700 people in the live stream. Appreciate all y'all tuning into the Believe in Hawks draft watch party. Obviously, we already had the Hawks' first draft pick, Kingston Flemings, at number 8 from Houston. Obviously, if you have any thoughts about that, leave it in the comment section below. If you have any questions, you want to give a super chat, you can always do that. Subscribe to the channel and just support your boys, obviously, as we kind of get through, almost through the first half of this NBA draft so far.
Is the clock ticking for? Okay, well, IQ pick is in, but the clock has not been ticking for the last couple picks on my YouTube TV.
Same. Mine's been the same. It's been, I forget what it's been saying, but it hasn't been counting down that much.
Fisher says they are staying at 11 though.
Okay.
We will have a pick for Golden State here.
I don't know. They're zooming in on the axle. So.
Did you guys see in the Warriors pre-draft workouts, they were like interviewing all the prospects after their workouts, like had all the media there, like doing interviews with the prospects? I thought that was pretty cool. I wish more teams would do that, like give actual media access to these prospects during their workouts.
It used to be pretty common. Like I remember what year was it with the Hawks? I think it was the Trey year. I mean, when I went, I interviewed like, I think Grayson was there. It was like 4 or 5 different guys that we talked to. When I was in Orlando, I mean, every year they would make 2 or 3 guys available, but they were always the guys they would never pick. Like we talked to Jabari one year. We talked to Kuminga when they took Franz and, and stuff like that. So, but there are guys the guys that they will pick, they don't make available. It's just from a small sample size. But yeah, I love that access. I love teams that do that.
Our team, we used to have a good social media on like the workouts and stuff. I know Portland was the best with it. They would always show their workout content. Awesome. The last 2 years, our front office has been so tight-lipped on who we're working out, when they're in, all this. It's so tough.
What's he working in the shadows?
No, actually.
Yaxel with Golden State. Okay.
Yeah, it's also very popular. So Mara going down a little bit. Oklahoma City would be the next natural spot there.
I think it's a good spot for Yaxel because it's a win now team. It's a mature professional organization. And even though he's one of the older guys, like he had some kind of like questionable character stuff with how he would respond to things or how he carried himself in the tournament and whatnot. So I think this is a good spot for him to utilize his skill set and grow with this organization.
Boys, I got to bounce. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all.
Pleasure. Appreciate it, man.
See you guys. We'll see what they do at 2-3.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, back to the original big three.
Is Grant's
Kings
audio
GM.
working still?
I'm good. Yeah, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Kings GM saying Darius Acuff, we thought he was the best guard in the draft.
We knew they loved him from the jump, man.
Mm-hmm.
I should have put that should have been my biggest bet. I was just so scared if Brooklyn would have taken him or not with the uncertainty at 5. But once he made it past that, it was easy.
Yeah. Yeah, the fear wasn't if Sack would take him as if he'd be available when they were picking. Yeah.
And they priced his over or under line at 6.5, so they were right into that in between the two, so you had to basically know.
Yeah. I'm surprised Mara is the last of the mission guys, man. I thought Mara would be the first of those three taken.
You know, there's always a player who gets a ton of hype that you just think, oh my God. And sometimes it's real and sometimes it's not. And I think, you know, when I've had some people on from draft who've been, you know, evaluating some of the prospects, they were like, I get the intangibles and why people love him, but is he really a top 10, top 8 best player in this draft class realistically with his skill as a basketball player, not really being a stretch big, you know, needing to get stronger, things of that nature, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and there's concern with you. Sorry, go ahead, Preet.
I was gonna say we see it every year that the centers tend to fall a bit more than they should. Like Klingon was at 7 when he was getting number 1 hype, and then the big concern there is like, okay, are they a 25 minutes per game center or are they a 36 minute per game center? Because if you can only split minutes, now you're in a tough position, which is perfect for a team like us when we only need a center that can play 25 minutes and can pair even alongside an Onyeka. But I will say I think his floor here is going to be 14. And if he went to Charlotte, I would be a bit nervous. That's going to be a really good team, in my opinion, for him.
Yep.
It's hilarious because obviously I work with some people who, obviously, since I live in Charlotte now, covering the team, and they were just like, are we sure that Mara isn't just a bigger Colt Brenner?
Bigger, sorry, repeat it.
A bigger Colt Brenner. What they already
have. Ryan. Yeah. That's just fair. I think I think he's better than Colt Brenner, but there's some similarities there for sure.
Biggest difference is the passing, man. Like that's what sets Mara above these other ground-bound 7'2", 7'3" centers. Is like he legitimately has great passing vision, great passing ability, and just kind of he reads the game like the European big men do, like the Pau Gasols and Marc Gasols. And like I honestly think in today's game, it might be more valuable for your big man to be a rim protecting playmaker than a rim protecting stretch shooter. You know, the unicorn's always the guys that can shoot and protect the rim. But I think it's trending towards like the guys that can shoot and also pass and like be facilitators from the top of the key. I really think that like there's so much value in those guys. So I actually went back and looked. I think I told Preet this. So I went back and looked over the last like 20 years of NBA players that averaged 3 assists and 1.5 blocks in a season. That's it. Just 3 assists and 1.5 blocks or higher for each. And it's literally just all-stars all over the place. And not to say that like that guarantees Mara is going to be an all-star, because I think he could reach that 3 assists and 1.5 blocks. But like big men that have that kind of feel and passing ability usually translates to other areas of their game that make them very valuable players to have on your team.
I'll also point out too, I feel like in a lot of the videos, you know, everybody has the prospects at the workout videos that you see. I feel like Mara has definitely been trying to work on the shot, because I think that can also take his passing to the next level, because I think that's what makes Cat so dangerous, is that Cat can just drop threes on you or he can attack. And, you know, if people know he can't shoot, then they're going to like, you know, play off him a little bit more, because it's like, all right, well, we're not worried about you taking a shot. So if he can improve that, I think that just makes him that much more dangerous. Because now it's like, oh, we have to guard him like we guard a Cat. And then that's where, if he's guarding somebody who's smaller than him, which most players will be, find guys who can run plays potentially for him. And he could find, I can imagine, Jalen Dyson, shoot, if we kept Kuminga, something like that, if that panned out. Just guys who can cut to the rim and things of that nature, and et cetera. And then if they play off, then he can rise up and hit the three. So, and I would also think that Quinn would push him into to try to shoot, because he gives everybody the green light to shoot, because he's like, brother, we need you to shoot.
Yep. Pretty nice all the pick.
Yeah, we both smart.
I'm upset.
I would say the board, outside of the board's pretty much gone as expected in a lot of spots. Morez is really the only one that's been a shocker.
So I guess with the Thunder taking a die, I mean, I guess I don't know if we want to get ready for the Isaiah Hartenstein sweepstakes.
Man, if Ozzy did that, top 4 seed aspirations.
That's not be shocked the next couple of days if we hear reports about that. I don't think you're keeping Chet, Ihart, and Amara on the same team.
Well, I mean, the big concern here is how much, and you didn't even mention Thomas Sorbear, who's in the mix, so maybe he's the one that's expendable, but Mara's viewed as like a 25-minute per game center at least in the beginning. So he's definitely gonna have to condition, but I think they could use that as like an excuse to keep him for the year, get his minutes up, and then Isaiah Hartenstein's not on the move till a year from now. But man, if Ozzy can swing that somehow, we need that.
They've been pretty chalk draft so far, no trades. Kind of surprised. Tell these GMs to get more creative. Early favorites at 23. Who are you guys thinking? Knowing that Kingston was the pick at 8, if that impacts your philosophy at all.
I think V-Star is going to be a big one that comes up. Stretch big. I haven't seen him linked until I think KOC might have put him in the mock today, and I actually really like him. Might be a bit early at 23, but Terrace Reed, I think that'd be a good center pick for us. Definitely focused on the big, but the way Anzi drafts, he's been pretty keen on best player available, so I'm not too sure if he even is going to consider center, or is he just going to go
Corey?
he could just go guard again and double dip.
That'll create a whole new conversation. Well, what do we do? Somebody got to go. Somebody can't go play.
When Kingston drops like 20 in one game and then Ibuka drops 40 in one summer league game, people would be like, well, why did the Hawks draft Kingston? That would be such a nightmare on Twitter. But
yeah,
let's hope we don't have to worry about that.
At least they're playing in 2 summer leagues. So assuming that they play all the games or playing most of the games, we'll be able to see him a decent bit this summer.
Yeah, I still best player available. I think my favorite to be Corey. If Bennett Sturts makes it at 23, I would love Bennett Sturts there.
Would be good.
I'd still take a swing on Jaden Quaintance. It seems like his stock is falling fast, but I just think you can take that swing at 23. If he hits, it's incredible. If not, then whatever. It's 23rd pick. Dalen Swain, another guy who might be there at that slot. So there's still some good options.
And honestly,
do you guys think that they keep the pick?
If they keep the pick, exactly, yeah.
But do we think they keep the pick? I would be dangling this right now, heavy. To any of the teams right now, Milwaukee on down, I would be dangling this pick.
To try to jump back up, or like a Kispert dump kind of thing?
To jump up ideally. Oh, well, actually, with Mara gone now, I don't know if I would jump up. I don't think I would. I don't think I would jump up.
There's a lot of the mocks. A lot like this next range is like your Cameron Carrs, Alan Graves, Phylon, Kareem Lopez, maybe like.
Some people were banging the table for Kareem. They said bring him in
because of his Jalen Johnson shout.
I didn't even see that.
They were asking the players like who they were asking all the rookies like who's a player you've looked up to and watched your game a lot. People were naming Bron, KD, Giannis, whatever, and Kareem Lopez goes, I watch a lot of Jalen Johnson.
Oh,
It's like okay, we like that.
Waiting for Atlanta.
He'd be a fun College Park Skyhawk for a year. Just let him go down there and get a bunch of reps. Not gonna lie.
You think do you think whoever if we draft at 23, that we'll give him a full NBA deal, or you think we're going to two-way that guy? I'm assuming full NBA deal, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think you have to for the first round picks. They're guaranteed that slot.
Didn't we years ago? Was it the draft when we drafted Mo? Mo was the second. We gave him a full deal, but the guy I think we had 3 picks that draft. The second guy we drafted, we gave a 2-way to. I don't remember that.
Seth Lundy was, but he was picked after Mo. Yeah, that was Buffkin. That was Kobe Buffkin at 15, and we traded for Mo in the second round at 30 something. Gotcha. And then Seth Lundy was in the 40s or 50s. But pick 57 tomorrow night. That's a good question.
I mean, people think we're going to sell the pick, so
I was going to say we might sell it. Tony needs to get paid.
So. I mean, if they take a guy, listen, we could build an elite summer league team. We already got Newell committed. So
I have no sleepers that I'm considering at 57 that I can throw out there. I feel like with NIL, the change in NIL, these guys, the last 15 picks of the draft, I don't know who they are. I don't know their strengths or weaknesses.
I mean, I know the Kansas State guy, the Kansas State center, some people say would be probably maybe a decent value if they wanted a developmental center, good defensive upside.
Who's that international center? Isn't it another Spain center or somebody's Sierra or something? That would be the dude that gets mentioned. I don't even know what it is. I couldn't even tell you who it is.
The other one that was 7'3", like Mara? Is that what you're talking about?
Or did he go back?
I think he committed to college.
Oh.
I think he signed somewhere in college.
Let's look at the best available. Let's just scroll down.
I'm looking at Tankathon right now.
Sergio de la Ria, the forward, not the center.
Oh, okay.
I know nothing about him, though, candidly. Someone in the chat said Haynes Steinbeck at 23. I think that'd be incredible.
Okay.
I don't know where he'd play, but that's best player available for sure.
We love versatility, so hey, if you can do different things, I mean.
I should have mentioned Koa Pete at 23. Grant loves Koa Pete.
Not an NBA player.
You thought he should have went back to school for another year?
100%. I don't.
He thinks he should stay for 4 years.
Yeah, he'd make a lot more money at Arizona.
Well, I remember him coming into the college season. They made somebody with a lottery pick, and then it's oh well, I don't know now.
Leading Team USA with Mikhail.
Yeah, they had Koa, Mikhail. Merez is on that team too, right?
And Merez was on that team, I think, yeah.
Merez was pretty good in that U19 team. No, I think Koa should have stayed all 4 years. I think he would have made a lot more money. I think he's risking it going to the league. The shot looks awful. I'm gonna stop because that might be the pick. I'll wait.
I'm crying.
I mean, his agent is Rich Paul, though, so Rich must know that they must have some sort of commitment from somebody.
I guess.
I don't think Rich would have told him to go if he.
I feel like I've seen a lot of Sixers rumors with him. That's the only team I can think of, though. Man, they really got Mara.
I think
that's such a good pickup.
We're not OKC fans, obviously, but I think they're just gonna, as long as they're healthy, they're gonna cruise back to a championship, in my opinion, next year. I think people are overreacting way too much to the injuries that they had last year. Even if they just had AJ Mitchell healthy, I think they would have beat San Antonio, let alone J-Dub too. I think they're gonna cruise, and people are gonna be like, "Well, what happened to OKC? Back to it," and act surprised, but it should be no surprise to anybody, in my opinion.
There we go.
We need some trades, man.
I know.
We're talking chalk on a pod.
I'm I'm lower on a mint. I know you're lower on a mint, Bryce. I'm not sure how you feel, but this is a good spot for him to just take a swing. It's your second first round pick. Like, you just completely reset. Dude was like the fourth or fifth best prospect out of high school. Like, I think it's going to be a tough time translating to the league, but this is a swing that I totally understand.
Yeah, I agree. He really never stood out to me, to be honest with you, from at Tennessee. But I mean, I see some of this skill and talent. I think this is a good spot because, again, with the way the direction Milwaukee is going in, I think this is a spot where there's not like pressure, like, oh, we need you to be great immediately. If he actually ends up panning out, it can happen over time and it isn't rushed. You got to, and he's kind of melting into that core that they're already building. With what they got from Miami, and then who they drafted already, Aries, Ahmet. So I mean, it's something that I think that could be a really, really good spot for him. Just you don't like teams that maybe have playoff aspirations or think they're going to be good. I don't think it'd be great because then I think you're going to somewhat be in a similar Zach situation where you're like, all right, if you ain't good immediately, you're kind of asking me. But if not, if he can show something, that'll be good for Milwaukee for sure.
Yep.
Like you said, I'm not a fan at all, but I think he should be happy he landed in Milwaukee. Zero expectation. Taylor Jenkins is a good coach, I think. Just play up and get good reps and hope. And you're the second lottery pick. You're not even the first one, so a lot of the focus might be on Burries. A low pressure environment. I wonder what Charlotte does here now.
Yeah, I'm looking at the board.
I'm thinking big. Everything I've heard here is big. They're going big. They need a big bad.
Who's the big though with Mara gone now? Do they take JQ here? Would be kind of great. Oh, Steinbach.
They're not taking JQ. Do we see?
I think they might take Alan Graves. Not gonna lie, this front office seems very analytical pilled. I think they could do that.
Steinbach.
Give him a.
We go early here.
It would be a good fit.
They had a quote last year that like they had some extremely advanced analytical model that told them to take Colin Kniffel. I want to be like, yeah, well, everybody knew to take Colin Kniffel right there. Like, it wasn't your model that told you that, man. Like, we all had Colin Kniffel 4th or 5th, all right?
And Charlie got 2 in the next 5, next 6. So
yeah, they're in a good spot.
I know Charlotte was kind of trying to – I don't know how deep it was, but I know people were mentioned. Would they try to attach Miles Bridges in that second first to see if they could maybe move up?
Yeah.
Because I guess the common person that you hear if they move, it would be Miles Bridges to get off that salary. And he's a productive player depending on the team he goes to.
To that point, I do think power forward, big in general, but more specifically power forward is where I would go. Again, you want to take best player available, but if you have guys in the same tiers, I would lean towards like you said, Alan Graves. If you think Steinbach can be a 4 in the NBA, Kareem Lopez with his size, he's 6'10". I'm not a Chris Senack fan really, but another guy that they might be able to consider here.
They could go guard. Some people wondered maybe they try to get a little cheaper than Kobe White. So maybe you go guard
somebody.
Yeah. If you can get someone similar, can kind of give you what he gave you, a little bit cheaper price, maybe go in that direction and let Kobe White kind of go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Charlotte's taking all the time. It seems like they stopped tweeting the picks too.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind.
Trade talks. I'm gonna be surprised if Trey Murphy's not moved tonight, man. Pelicans Twitter and their reporters, they were seeming pretty convinced the last couple of days that this is gonna happen. And I mean, it seems like whoever they were targeting, I assume got taken now.
That's true.
I couldn't imagine they were targeting somebody that is still available, but. Ooh.
Boston still, nope. They had no pick though, and that's been the big Trey Murphy destination linked to him. So we could see All right, the pick is in.
If Pelicans are healthy next year, do we think they're good?
Absolutely not. I just think the West is too deep. No, nothing against the Pelicans, but like, how are you? I just can't see them being better than 10 West teams. Like, and I also like, we got absolutely screwed with Zion from a health perspective this year, as with our rooting interest. I can't imagine if he puts together a second healthy season in a row. That would be pretty crazy.
I just asked. I know we got that the worst of, was it Bucks Pelicans again?
Pelicans and Bucks, yeah, but top 4 protected though.
So if it's top 4, they get the pick. If it's not, we get it.
If both are top 4, then they keep both. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If one of them falls out of the top 4, then we're guaranteed a pick.
It's the worst of.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think if it doesn't convey it, I think it goes to 2 seconds.
I'm not sure.
Which would be not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, if we do get the pick, I mean, obviously that pick becomes valuable. So,
yeah,
because I know that's the next big thing they would say Hawks can maybe dangle if they want to make a move.
So gives us our last pick while we pay out our DeJounte Murray deal too. So we'll be back at net neutral.
I need a full season DeJounte, man. I need him barking on the floor again. I need him.
I don't need that. No more Twitter ads for me, please.
That was the time.
Giannis. Oh, that's all I was gonna say. Okay. I was going to say like the whole Giannis deal or something, but no, it makes sense. Just the pick. They got Carl Brenner Jr.
I'm
like a Charmander version of the Carl Brenner Charizard.
Yep, this was definitely a name I was hearing connected to the Hornets.
They got size, man. Between Diabate and Kalkbrenner and Steinbach, that's real size at the 4-5.
At pick 14, you get a guy that you know has at least one elite trait, and I think he's an elite rebounder. Can't really complain about that. From about
Diabate's rebounding too, man. Like Diabate's a monster on the boards.
I think the big question, I think it was just defensively. I think the big issue is Diabate against bigger centers can't really do anything. So, but then can you trust Ryan to kind of step up, or do you go just by committee and just kind of play through it?
Yeah, good pick.
Our division is going to be so good next year, on paper at least.
Dude, we got the toughest division in basketball.
Orlando, I think, is going to be really good with Sweeney as a coach. Miami with Giannis, us. These guys, I think, are going to be so good. Wizards are the Wizards, but shoot, they're not yesterday's Wizards.
The Bulls. What did the Bulls take right here?
Everybody was speculating that Phylon would be the guy that falls in this year's draft, and lo and behold, I mean, we're through the lottery, and that is true.
Yeah, he took a workout with Minnesota in the last few days, right?
Yeah,
and that was kind of like raising some eyebrows. They granted that Minnesota traded back 5 spots when they dumped Randall, but
probably wing for the Bulls.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if
they have Montas and Wilson now, so
can Cam Carr play the 2?
That'd be crazy size.
Yeah,
Carr, Montas, Wilson,
Giddy and them.
That would fit
at the point.
It's interesting. I think they were built to play fast, and I don't know if Thiago is going to happen. I mean, everybody plays with pace now, but for the most part. But are they still going to try to, get up and down in that regard?
Who do they have under contract? Giddy, Patrick Williams, Okoro, Rob Dillingham. Noah Sengay was already a wasted pick, I feel like, because they got Montas and Caleb Wilson and.
Hey, we gotta give him a chance at least to step on the NBA court. He did get dunked on in summer league. That was crazy.
He's had the worst start. Dunked on a summer
Yeah.
league, poster with your face like that. I think you're out for the whole year. Whether it was like a shoulder or something he hurt. Yeah, they're a blank slate, man. I kind of think Cam Carr would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Back to your oh, okay.
Oh.
Cam Carr variant, maybe. Yeah.
That's a shock. A bit. Especially because he was linked to us at what Stein linked him to us, right? So
Yeah. I'm like not looking at my phone a ton, but whenever I do, Fisher notice
yeah,
immediately pops up.
Fisher's on it tonight. I
Back
hope
to
he
your
messes
question
up
about-
one of the picks though. Sorry.
He's got to. He's got to keep the tradition going.
Mm.
Back to your question about the Pelicans. To Preet's point earlier, they got talent, but the West there's not really that many bad teams anymore. Like the only bad teams I can point out in the West that I would project are Sacramento and Memphis, maybe. Like, is that it?
We sure Memphis gonna be bad?
And they might not be, right?
Boozer, Edie, Jerome, Ja's still there technically.
Yeah, that's true. Josh's still there.
Yeah.
So like they have talent, but their roster still doesn't fit with one another. They still have redundancy with Murray and Fears, and then Zion and Queen, and like I feel like they have to be moving one of Trey or Herb for assets at this point. They just have to capitalize on that while the market's hot. So it's going to be a rough year for them in that context, I think, even though they do have some talent on their roster. Would you guys offer like, is there a different kind of Trey Murphy deal you would offer to them? Like, would you give them full control of that pick next year back and Kuminga, maybe plus something else? I don't know. Like, is there some kind of other Trey Murphy offer you would give to them?
And if they want Zach, JK, and 23 or something like that, maybe I'd possibly consider the next year pick. But I don't know. I'm just not too eager on being an expensive team just yet.
Yeah.
I rather keep everything and just keep going how we're going, small steps, and see where it goes.
Hey, a certain side of Hawks fandom says you're scared to win because of that statement.
Hey, that side of Hawks Twitter hasn't learned about the DeJounte Murray trade and all these other moves that we keep making that have failed like that. So
yeah. I do want to ask you guys, what do you think about the fit of Aaron Wiggins and what do you expect his impact to be for the team this year? Just because, I mean, obviously, a guy who has shown some offensive explosion. Obviously, I think he had a 40-point game recent, like in the last couple of years, and obviously considered a really good wing defender. So what do y'all think about him and just how the Hawks are going to deploy him?
Awesome margin move. Like that's exactly why you trade Veit and Luke Kennard at the deadline for a few seconds, even though like they might have been able to help you in the playoffs. Probably more so Luke, because Luke in that second half when we did have him started to like really come on. But that's why you make that move and know that like, hey, it's probably not our year. Let's add a few seconds. That's why you have the flexible cap sheet for a team like OKC that has that little roster crunch and the cap crunch where they have to make a move like that. And you pounce on it. And his contract is awesome. It's $9 million this year, next year, and then like $8 million the year after that. I think, to your point, like his defense is great for a wing, and then the offense. He's just a really efficient guy. I think he had a stretch. It might have been early last year where he's kind of like hovering around 50% from field and 40% from three, like getting you 12, 13, 14 points a game. Like he's had stretches like that in his career where he's just a really efficient two-way player. So that's a great margin move by ONC. I loved it.
Yeah, I think to Grant's point, I think it's important. This is a good reminder to people that like selling in the short term doesn't mean anything, and you have to look at it in the big picture. Because I know every time we sold Vit and Luke, everyone's like, just second round picks. And I think people think like, oh, second round picks are just wash, throw in stuff, but like it just landed us a rotational piece who's going to be an elite wing defender, can give us 20 minutes a night, it's a position where you need as many wins as possible over an 82 game season. So I'm excited. I do think it kind of writes Zach's tenure as a Hawk short, but we'll see. There hasn't been any rumors yet, so
yeah. That boy Zach done stayed in France. Boy hasn't came back to the States yet.
It needs to be in Miami with Buddy.
He tagged him though. He said I'm working.
Your boy just went 15.
Dalen Swain.
It's a really good pick for them.
Yep. Bryson staying true. Size, length, athleticism, physicality. Taking these rangy two-way guys, man.
He's got the red suit on too. He knew.
Yeah.
Kingston had a red suit on too. You guys see that? They said Onyeka had the red suit. We drafted him. Trey had the red suit with the shorts. We drafted him. Kingston had the red suit. So next year we gotta look for who's got the red suit if we get the Pels pick.
Yeah. I don't know. I keep hearing next year's draft is not that great.
It's weak. But with NIL now, I mean, a lot of people returned it. You probably still get the Bucks are gonna be one of the worst teams. Pels are probably gonna be one of the worst teams. Like, we just gotta get to 5 to 8. That's still a rotational player, most likely.
Yeah.
I did a handful of simulations. Somebody had a mock draft that had the new rules in it, and it was assuming this year's standing. So whatever it was, New Orleans 7, Milwaukee 9 or 10, whatever they were in the standings from a lottery position, which is pretty much like as good as you can get for next year. Because next year, remember, 1 through 3 have 2 lottery balls, 4 through 10 have 3 lottery balls. So like all the teams 4 through 10 have the same exact odds. So having 2 in that range, 7 and 10 is as good as you can get. And when I was doing those lottery simulations, the most likely outcome was us getting like pick 10 to 12. It's just kind of how it shook out. So that's like optimistically like what I am kind of expecting now is somewhere in that like 8 to 12 range, maybe, if things go well.
Says Flemings talked to Atlanta media via Zoom right now. They asked him who he comped himself to. He said Maxey, Fox, Wallace. And then in addition to that, he said he met with the Hawks front office and he had a Zoom meeting with Quinn Snyder as well. So seems like everybody's in alignment with this pick. Not sure we can say that about the 2024 first round pick, but
hey, listen, you notice in the releases for Onsi when they got promoted and everything, Shams consistently keep saying alignment in the front office on the same page. Yep. Clearly, you're mentioning that because that clearly must mean it wasn't always the case. And Onsi and Quinn and everybody seem to be on the same page now and forward with this, which is very, very important. That's why sometimes people want to change things in the front office or change coaches. And then, some people think chaos is good. Some people disagree and is good. Yep. And it's like, if we're trying to build a team, we got to be on the same page.
Yeah, there was a lot of speculation and kind of buzz about the previous front office with Landry at the head, just not knowing who's really in charge and like having too many voices. Some teams not knowing who to call and like who to talk to for decisions. Whereas right now it really seems like there's a lot of trust in Onsi, a lot of respect from Onsi around the league. You heard that when we first like brought him on, like promoted him to this position. Immediately all the podcasts or national podcasts are saying that like league's really high on him, seems like a really smart, bright guy. And we've seen that in his first year in Atlanta with the deals that he's made and the margin moves and the fact that he's not scared to make a move. I love that the most. Like the dude's made 7 trades in a year. And I know through old regimes, like we would go multiple years where it's like we did nothing. It's just like drafted our pick, signed a couple free agents. That's the year. But Onsi's not afraid to like do what he thinks is in the best interest of the team.
Yep. I thought it was interesting when Trey had that interview recently and was just like he knew coming into the season, we don't start good, I'm out of here. Because to me, that's Onsi saying, listen, like we're gonna try to, we'll bring in KP, we'll try to, compete, but if it don't work, brother, we'll move you. Like I think that is different because I feel like Landry's like, we're just gonna see how things go, and communication is really good, and Onsi's just like, I mean, listen, this is what we're gonna try to do. But if it don't work, we'll help you find somewhere.
Yep.
That's why he's the GM of Overtime Elite now, and Ozzy's getting rated as one of the best GMs in basketball. So
I mean, listen, he's finished second consecutive of the year. I'm like, brother, y'all kind of question Ozzy, and it's like everything I keep hearing is people think he could be the next like great GM. So I mean,
he's looking like it. So.
He should have won it, man. Like
He
Brad
should've.
Stevens winning it. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like that was a Joe Mazzulla master class of a coaching job. That wasn't the Celtics weren't great because Brad Stevens sold on everybody and brought in Luka Garza, right? Like that's not why they were great. So, and I feel like when you're judging team of the year, like you're judging like what acquisitions did you make to help your team. It's not like if you went into the season knowing like we're trying to take a step back and you overperform, that wasn't because the GM the moves he made. It's because like the players and the coaches just overperform. So, but I digress. But I think Onzy should have won.
We got our trade. The Memphis Grizzlies have traded 16 to Oklahoma City.
To OKC?
But they're one spot back, so that's kind of for 2 second-round picks.
Interesting.
That's actually very weird. I wonder who they were going to trade that pick to then.
Wait, I mean, or they could just take 17 and then just decline the team options on some of these guys, right? How many? Let me look. Okay, because they're going to decline the team option on Lou Dort. They can decline the team option on Kenrick Williams.
They took Bennett Stritz, by the way. I actually kind of loved it. I kind of love that. Not gonna lie, I think it'll help a lot for SGA to have another ball handler with them. I wonder what this says about who's the one boy they took a year ago or that got hurt? Oh, Topic. I wonder what this says about Topic if he's a buy low for somebody.
Yeah, dude, Mara and Sturts. That's a great draft for them, bro. It's a great draft.
That's why you're in a position, man. You could just take just good quality, man, good value. And there's not even pressure for them to come in and be like, we need you to do it like first year.
They could take a third rookie, I think. Unless I'm looking at it wrong, because they had 15 guys under contract. They dumped Aaron Wiggins for nothing, so they had 14. They could just decline Lou Dort and Kenrick Williams team options unless they already picked him up and I just missed the deadline, and then just add these 2 rookies. Like they could bring on 3 rookies, but obviously it would also make sense if 17 right now is on the trading block.
You would think 17 is about to get moved here. Okay.
If so, then masterful job by Memphis to convince them that they had to. Well, no, Memphis only got 2 seconds, right? That's all they got?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a little weird. You don't usually see 2 seconds for the 16th pick. I feel like you usually see like
that's very
22
high pick. Yeah.
22 and 26.
Oh wait, okay. They're swapping 17 too. There we go.
There it is. Yep. There we go, Jake. All right.
That did not make any sense. Yeah.
So then still good job by the Grizzlies front office of convincing OKC to give them 2 seconds to move up for Sturts. And honestly, Sturts is literally like Memphis has Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen Jr., and Cam Spencer. It's like almost kind of like 3 Sturts variants. Like, hey, we'll take another one, all right? These guys working out for us. These backup combo guard molds. Maybe there was another team trying to trade to 16 as well.
Yeah, there had to
pressure
be
too. Versus the Grizzlies kind of pressuring them.
You know who it could have been? The Raptors. They need a guard, and I think Stritz would have made sense for them.
Yeah. And at this point, it's looking like one of Okori or Phylon will still be there for them at 19.
I think Fallon's a dog. I think the Raptors would be lucky to get him at 19 for real.
Do you worry about? I know you liked Fallon last year. And correct me if I'm
He
wrong,
is
but
tiny though. Is that what
wasn't.
you're getting at?
No, he was good defensively last year, and then this year he just wasn't. Right?
He was good defensively, but someone, and I don't know who made the tweet, but there was like, I think it might have been Botnems made it or somebody, but there's like only 5 players of his height and weight in the NBA, and they're all like the 5 worst defenders in the NBA. Like at 6'2", 180, sub 180 pounds is just ridiculous. But I do think his offensive game is good, and yeah, to your point, he was good defensively last year. So, but in an environment with like Toronto where you have Scotty Barnes and defense like that, I think you're pretty insulated.
Yeah.
You can be hidden pretty well.
I'm getting nervous, man. Some of my guys I like are being taken off the board. I need somebody to take Koa Pete real quick. Isaiah Evans. Somebody take Isaiah Evans.
I'm gonna clip all of these when Cole Pete selected at 23 and say everybody come at Grant right now. It's like my takes on Asa last year, which I walked back afterwards.
Hey, I was with you. I get nervous about the tweeners that I don't know if they can shoot. I still think that's a thing, but I'm more convinced.
Syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm more convinced that Asa can actually shoot now after what we saw from him his rookie year in College Park and with the Hawks. So,
you think he's firmly in the rotation next year?
I think it depends on if they still have Kuminga and Zach. So if they have Kuminga and Zach, that's backup 3-4. I feel like, but I feel like they're probably not going to have one of those guys. And in that case, I think Asa has the backup 4 minutes for the taking.
And I'm assuming we'll probably bring Moge back, kind of like a versatile matchup big.
Yeah, I love Mo, but I still, I don't know. I feel like his value might just be as like a third string big 4-5 kind of filling when somebody gets hurt versus like an everyday rotation kind of guy. He goes through stretches. Sometimes I'm like, this is the backup 4-5. He looks great. Defense is awesome, active. Corner threes hitting, and sometimes it's just kind of like you still see the rawness. See where Memphis goes. Cam Carr, the new Cedric Coward variant. Is that who it's going to be? Another trade.
Ooh. Oh, but he hasn't said who. It just says we've got another trade.
Another trade. All right.
Come on, Jake. What kind of reporting is this?
Is it going to be a Kaká or no?
Oh, we need a Kaká. We need a Zach to OKC right or Memphis right here. That would make me so happy. Yeah, he's still not
Come on, Jake. Come on, Jake.
The suspense is killing me.
Pistons.
Oh. 3 seconds. They just stacked 5. They just got 5 seconds.
Pistons going guard here, right?
I think they might go Cam Carr here.
Wait, Pistons got the pick?
Corey. Pistons are Corey.
So they're going to get Corey. So they're getting that help. They already got their Dennis Schroeder replacement.
Yep, and there were rumors today that they might be in the market for Norm Powell because Norm Powell's kind of getting squeezed out of Miami. So they might get their perimeter creation, scoring help on that team in the form of a Corey and Norm Powell potentially to help out Cade. That's good.
Okay. What? I knew they were also interested in Tyler Hero.
Well, I think we got to give Memphis some credit here. They've gotten 5 seconds now, which is pretty much a first, kind of right below the value of a first. To jump back 5 spots, they got a second for every spot they jump back. That's
great.
That's some great value.
That is great. Their front office has done a great job with like the whole the Bain trade for whatever it was, 4 first-round picks in the swap or 5 first-round picks total. Flipping Jaren Jackson for 3 first-round picks, I think it was. And now you're starting fresh with like all those extra first. Cam Boozer, Zach Edey, Cedric Coward. Maybe you get something from Ja, I don't know. And then you're making good trades here so far. Like you said, grabbing 5 seconds from back 5 spots. It's good work by them.
Zachary, we should say for 5 seconds. Let's make it happen right now.
I'm crying.
You have the assets.
For 5 seconds.
I flipped those 5 seconds so fast for somebody else. All right, well,
I'm
Charlotte,
getting nervous, man.
Huh?
I'm getting nervous because they're taking the dudes that I want at 23.
We still got a lot of talent, though, in my opinion.
Listen,
Graves
Lopez,
would be
Mack,
nice.
Anderson,
Lopez, shoot. If Vila make it to there, I would double dip too. Actually, okay, let me not say that. 2 small guards would be a bit crazy, but
Cam Carr would be. I think Cam Carr would be interesting.
Yeah. I'd be okay with Cam Carr. I'd be okay with Phylon. Lopez, and I still like JQ Acquaintance as a flyer there. Yeah, Chris and Mack just seems like extremely redundant with Asa and Mo.
Asa. I also think his measurables are incredible, but his feel is amongst the worst. I can't imagine Quinn would be a fan of that.
Yeah,
Though it'd be funny. It would be funny if we drafted 2 Houston players.
If you're 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan, whatever he has, but your block rate is as low as his is, like that's a red flag.
Yeah.
Not many reaches yet. So Merez was a reach, but I mean he was getting steam to be taken in the late lottery over the last like week or so, but we haven't seen that like crazy reach so far. And the only trades have been moving back. Do you guys like the 2-day format?
I like it because I think it just dragged so long if you were watching from a viewer standpoint. But I don't really know how do NBA teams actually think it's that much of an advantage to recalibrate after one day. I would like to know that, but as a viewer, I like it.
I guess if you were thinking trades instead of like, oh, we gotta make the decision tonight, we maybe can sleep on something. Yep. Be a little bit more time to discuss it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you think in the NFL, like those first couple 2nd-round picks usually are prime trade spots. So like you would think that's gonna. You would hope it trickles down here too, that we get some buzz around that, but I don't mind it either way.
I think it gives extra value to the teams picking like 31 to 35. Specifically, like those teams like have a lot of time to really digest through who they want to take there, and also like field a bunch of trade offers. I think it was it Phoenix last year that kind of like used the extra day to like do like 3 trades in a row and move all the way up to Rasheer Fleming. Like that wouldn't have been possible if it was all on the same day, right? I'm excited for Kingston and Asa in Summer League. I think that's going to be
that's going to be an interesting duo to watch.
I was going to go to Vegas this year for the first weekend when all the players are there and hope, but I have a conflict on that Sunday if I return back and my flight gets delayed. But I think this would be the perfect year to go to Summer League. I know, Grant, you went 1 year, but with the top 4, Asa, Kingston, like the matchups this year I think are going to be incredible.
Yeah. Especially if we would have gotten one of the top 4 guys, I would have bought that ticket immediately after the lottery.
Flying to Vegas.
We're going.
You guys think our team will play? I think I wouldn't send our guys to Utah.
I would.
Maybe Kingston. I think, but like I would prefer they play the comp in Summer League then. I'm worried that they would play the 3 games in Utah when there's barely anybody there, and then you go to Vegas and you only play the first game or the second game, and then you're shut down for the rest of the year. Like I would rather you play the 4 where you actually get matched up against. Like we're gonna get an Acoff or Kingston matchup or a McKellen Kingston. Like I want to watch those matchups.
Yeah, I think Kingston and Utah. I think they're not gonna play Newell till some like Las Vegas though.
Yeah, probably.
I could be wrong, but
you might be right because they did that with John Collins and Trey's rookie year, right? Trey played Utah Summer League, but John didn't join him until Vegas, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I remember John looked good in Vegas. I'm really optimistic that like Asa might have like a John Collins second year summer league kind of showing where like, hey, I'm just 20-10 and I can hit threes and like I'm clearly one of the best players here kind of thing. So
I think
I'm looking forward to seeing him
within 2 games probably.
Yeah,
but it's going to be nice though because Kingston gets to get a pick and roll big to play with for sure.
Okay.
Christian Anderson. All right.
Sounds like to me, Derek White not returning. I mean, Kobe Wright not returning.
Maybe.
Where's he gonna go? Minnesota.
Do you do it to Sumu Kobe backcourt?
Bring the Bulls to Minnesota.
Bring the Bulls to Minnesota. Yeah.
I do like this move though.
I'm surprised they went this pick, not gonna lie. I like his shooting and I think he'll be great in that system, but small guard I'm a bit surprised that the analytical team went small guard.
With small guard. Yeah, incredible shooter and great passer. But
his shooting in Charles Lee's system is gonna be fantastic though.
Is he smaller than Phylon? They're about the same size.
Height-wise, yeah. He might be heavier, though. Weight. He's 6 foot on height, I think.
They still got Trey Mann and Charlotte making $8 million the next couple of years with the team option for 27. But
so you don't have to force him out there. Kind of can just let him play sparingly.
Yeah.
Especially if there is any type of thought process that they potentially move LaMelo if they feel like they need to.
That would be insane. After the year he had, I would be shocked if they did that.
I don't see it either, but you never know because I guess you're trying to decide, can we win with him? They haven't made the playoffs yet with him. I mean, so
they flamed out in that play-in game, the one against the Magic, right?
Yep. And he had a bad game, so it's like, him and Miles Bridges would be the people that we always think about. Should we move?
That Germany U19 team was good. I remember watching them over the summer when I was watching Team USA to like see AJ and Mikhail, but that German team was good with Steinbach and Christian Anderson. So if you do double dip at point guard, it's really just Phylon that's left, right?
I think so.
As far as like Malik Thomas, maybe if you want to reach for him, but I know he's kind of like a combo guard. That Sergio de la Rea guy you were talking about.
Hey, I could see them just using this as a shoot for the upside, plug a guy into College Park, like Kareem Lopez here.
Yeah,
he was getting before the year started. He was getting top 10 buzz. So why not bet on the talent? He's got positional size. He's got point guard skills. He can shoot. So I wouldn't mind that at 23 at all. Like at this point, like whoever we pick here is not going to probably play in the rotation whatsoever for the next year. So JQ's in the same boat, I think.
Yeah, man. Jalen reincarnated. Top 5, 6, 7 guy coming into the year, falling to 20s. 6'9" forward. Handle the ball.
Repeat history for us.
Yeah. But luckily we're getting closer, guys. Getting closer to that second first for the Hawks.
This is Toronto next, right? They're not part of that trade? Okay. Toronto, San Antonio, and then it's going to be Memphis is 21. Okay. She's got 4 picks for us. I haven't watched a lot of Alan Graves. Like, I know, yeah, he is like the analytics darling of this draft class, but have you guys like actually like watched film on him? Like, have any like strong opinions or no?
Strong opinions, no, but I did see he got a Al Horford comp recently, so I think that would be funny for us.
Interesting.
But he is the spreadsheets FC king.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot, but I've heard his name a lot.
He commit to the draft very early too, so he knew for a fact he's going in this 20s range somewhere.
Yeah.
What's driving those? Is it just like high steal rates and block rates?
Yeah,
for his size,
and he's a good rebounder, I believe.
He's kind of like a ground bound guy, right? Not very athletic.
Yeah.
Obviously, thank you everybody for tuning into the stream. We are over 900 viewers still, growing by the hour. So people have been tuning in to the draft. Hawks are up in a few picks. We're currently on pick 19. That should be announced here soon. Obviously, guys, appreciate you guys tuning in. You can subscribe to the channel, or if you all are watching on Twitter, you can support, retweet the stream so more people can watch. And like I said, Hawks have drafted Kingston Flemings. They've gotten their future point guard to pair with Jalen Johnson. And like I said, in a few picks, we'll see who else they add to this team as they continue to build towards a winner that Ansi is trying to build in the city.
I want to go back to it again, man. Like it was so impressive how impactful Kingston was as a freshman point guard on that Houston team. Like you just don't see that with those teams. And like this is a team that like could have won the championship. It's not, like it wasn't like a fluky Houston team. Like it was a very good team. And when their 19-year-old point guard was on the floor, they were significantly better. I think it's like really going to bode well for his projection to the NBA. There's the analytics.
Grant and I have talked about it a lot, but the spacing at Houston was so poor too that I think his life is going to be completely different going from JJ Tugler to Onyeka from college season to the pros. Like the paint is going to be wide open for him. So if he can get his handle under control with his speed, I think it bodes well.
Honestly, after having Trey for the last few years, and we know sometimes Trey could be erratic, obviously because he has the talent, but obviously, what he can do. I think it feels like Kingston's more of a grounded player where he's very coachable, come in, do what Quinn needs him to do. He won't play outside of what he needs to do.
Yep.
And Quinn always empowers all the players to play up to what they can do. He wants them to show their skills, but do it in a way that helps the team. And I think Kingston's going to really benefit from that here.
You read his Players Tribune article today? He said at the end, I make sure I know where my teammates want the ball and things like that. Like the guy he knows, and maybe it's just him doing the coach speak well and whatnot as a player, but the dude knows his interviews are incredible. I think there's no way that he doesn't act. I think he comes off as very genuine. So I think he's gonna be all about that. Like it wouldn't shock me if he's the first person in the gym. He's probably buddied up with Asa as soon as summer league workouts start and whatnot. So I'm excited, man. I can't wait to hear his press conference whenever they do it here, Monday, Tuesday, whatever, or Friday or whatever they do it.
Yeah, for anyone in the chat that hasn't read that Players Tribune article that Kingston posted this morning, after this draft, when you're inevitably going to be watching Kingston highlights for hours, the first thing I would do is go read that article. It's great, well written. I love hearing from players their perspective on their life and how things developed and stuff. So to Preet's point, he seems genuine, super coachable, someone that's going to always have a positive attitude and just do the things needed to win. And he's a gamer too. You almost didn't expect that for someone with his personality. That's kind of like the nice guy, but in those big moments with Houston, he wanted to take the shot, and more often than not, he made the shot, and it was really impressive. He had one game where, you might know the matchup, but it was a big time matchup, and he had like 2 pull-up threes and a pull-up midi. Yeah, like in the last minute or two, just took over. It's crazy, man. Spurs. This is the first team I could see reach for JQ.
If him and Wemby got on the court together, that would be insane defensively.
I'll ask you guys this. I know for the Spurs, a lot of people will obviously watch the finals, talk about De'Aaron Fox, got to move De'Aaron, right? And Spurs feel like the injuries, why he wasn't good or whatever. But some people have wondered with Harper pushing or wanting to be a starter, should probably be a starter next year.
Yep.
People think it's Fox, but some people wonder, is it Castle? Would that be the player potentially? Would you guys have any interest in Stephon Castle?
Like as a Hawks, as a Hawks fan, like coming here,
or in general.
I guess I would. I kind of push back and feel like they're just going to ride with Dillon and Castle and Wemby, like that's their 3-core timeline. Mm-hmm. But to your point, like it could be a lot harder to move Fox. So does that make you have to think of other ways to be creative, and maybe someone else does get cut? Maybe, but I think they need to pull the trigger, move Fox this summer, because I think it could only get worse from here as that contract value goes up and as he ages and as it becomes even more clear that, like, hey, Harper's the guy, Castle's better too. Like, Fox is your third best point guard. You might have like a Zach LaVine situation where it's like you just can't move him off your team. And are you going to bring $58 million off the bench or whatever he's getting paid? You know, like, are you not going to play him 30 minutes at that salary? And granted, they're a great team. Like, they can still make the finals with them, obviously. So maybe it's not that big of a deal, but it's definitely something they got to think about, because when the personalities come into play, like it seems like they might, with 2 other guards that clearly want to be starting point guard, shooting guard on this team, they can get a little tricky. All right, Phylon, Lopez, Vasar, JQ. That's what I'm looking at right now at 23.
Call up Pete, man. Call up Pete just for the vibes. You would think Phylon goes here at 21 though to Memphis. I think that'd be an incredible pick for them.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
We do we have any interest in who San Antonio picks here? This is our swapped pick right now.
Oh yeah, I hope they suck. Sorry.
we gotta add this to the DeJounte Murray trade report.
Yep. So far it's just Carter Bryant. That's the only part of the trade so far.
Insane that we're 3 years removed and still are paying the assets.
Yeah.
Let the Spurs take Baba Miller or somebody right here. I don't know.
I'll be back in quick.
Oh, the pick is in. Oh, I see it on Twitter at least.
I think my update stopped. I haven't gotten a tweet in 14 minutes.
Yeah, Fisher did. Goodman tweeted this one.
Goodman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he tweeted. The only other pick I think he tweeted was Benny Stritt. So kind of shocked that he's doing this right now.
Yeah. Who does he know?
Your boy's about to go here though, if he's right, which I think he is right. We really haven't got trades like that, though. I'm kind of would have not envisioned this being the chalky draft.
Yeah.
Wow. They did. think so.
I'm not gonna lie, that might look bad on the DeJounte Murray resume. Not gonna lie.
This is a good pick, man. This is the team that makes sense.
Wow.
Wow.
3 before.
They will take the chance.
Wow, indeed.
I mean, if he works out, that Wimby Quaintance defensive.
People were talking about him if he's healthy and works out, like maybe he's the Wimby stopper. You know, the 6'10", crazy strong, crazy athlete. Like maybe that's the Wimby stopper and not some 7'3" dude. So the Spurs are like, all right, we're gonna take that possibility off the board right here.
Chet Morrow versus JQ Wemby. Those are crazy defensive battles right there.
Yeah.
Wow. Great pick, man. Great pick.
2 picks away from the Hawks. This is the Grizzlies pick, right? The one that Detroit's making.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So we got Grizzlies and Sixers. No one's reaching on guys that I wasn't a fan of, man. They're picking guys that we like.
We might be the CNAC team, man. Which I wouldn't mind, but like, damn.
Was he a top recruit coming out of high school?
I think he was number 8.
Okay.
He's a top 10 pick. He's a top 10 recruit.
I get Marquise Chris vibes from him.
Marquise Chris, man.
Spreadsheet FC seems to love CNAC for whatever reason, even though the field is bad.
Yeah, I think JQ is my favorite big man swing at that spot, so that's a little upsetting. I mean, hey, if Ponzi's true best player available guy, like he's proven to us that he is like he likes that archetype, you know, like he took Asa last year at this spot, so maybe there's somebody like that.
I wonder though, they could be in that same situation where they just have like 6 guys graded as the same, so that they're just like, all right, we'll just move back to 28 or something, get 2 seconds or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if Phylon goes off the board in the next 2 picks, I would highly consider moving. I mean, even Phylon's not like a great positional fit with the roster, but he's a great talent to take a swing on. I know a lot of people like Zuby Ejiofor. I personally haven't done much of a deep dive on him, but I know he's kind of got some fans in the NBA draft community, the Twitter draft.
I think he's a one position player though. Kind of said just like Pete is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Zuby would be good, but for the Hawks, it's like he's sitting behind JK, Asa at the moment. Kind of tough. But again, we can't be. I'm also not draft fit, so
this is the upperclassman range, you know, like it's Zuby, Tyrus Reed, Joshua Jefferson, Basar.
Oh yeah, my boy Reed is still here.
You think they would double dip with Phylon if they drop to Atlanta?
He is best player available, but 2 small guards would be interesting.
I wouldn't mind it. I think honestly, with how the board is right now, that'd probably be my pick. And just take 2 swings at it.
There's some people that got Phylon rated higher than than Kingston. So the Twitter drama that would come from two guards at the same spot would be pretty funny.
They'll be like, "Oh my God, y'all are accepting a yak at the 5. Y'all want no size. We're cooked. We're done." Like we haven't started free agency yet.
Yeah, for real. Ooh.
Why is it not connected? You guys hear me okay?
Yeah, right here.
It's not coming out of my AirPods. One of them died. I put in the other one, but it's not connected right now. In a second.
Memphis pick is in.
All right, there we go.
Keaton Wallace on 2-way.
We're done with Wallace here.
I
I
mean,
think
hey,
Kobe Johnson gets a roster spot or a 2-way.
I actually like Kobe.
Okay. Oh, I forgot Kareem was still available. Oh,
Yeah.
dang. I totally blanked on him.
Well, not anymore.
Yeah.
So what is
Have I missed Cameron Carr?
I think 22, 23 maybe.
No, I said, have I missed? Has Cameron Carr gotten?
Oh no,
taken?
he
Did I
hasn't.
miss that?
He hasn't. No, he hasn't gone.
Okay. Okay.
It looks like some people, Cameron Carr maybe at 23 if we get past Philadelphia. Even though no one's talked about it, I think Philly could use another guard because they have no ball handlers past Maxey and BJ. Not a single one can handle the ball outside of them.
Yeah, I've seen
Sure.
Sixers Twitter people agree with that. That they wouldn't mind just taking another guard, another creator.
New GM making the pick here too, so
Yeah.
he could just be best player available. That is three small guards though. Maxey, BJ, good defensively and has the athleticism, but still smaller for his position.
Just take Koa Pete right here, man, please.
Koa Pete, man, would be a choice. I mean,
Don't give Onsi the chance
to even consider it.
Yeah, one of Cameron Carr or Fadlan will be there at 23, and that's probably my preference. Either that or if you're going center, I think Vasar is my top guy right here.
I feel like Vasar kind of fits kind of what Quinn wants as a big.
Yeah, he does. Yep. Good pick for Memphis. Cam Boozer, Kareem Lopez draft. He only got 5 seconds.
That front office will draft well.
Yep.
They preach.
Wonder how this lines up with the green room invites that came out in the order and stuff. Who tweeted that? Was that Jeremy Wu? I was putting out those green room updates.
Yeah, Wu tweets them way.
me look at his most recent mock and see what the biggest differences are so far.
Mm.
We're one pick away, boys.
Mm-hmm.
What's that time? Wu had JQ to San Antonio.
Did he?
Yeah, he had Phylon at 21, so he had these guys in this range.
Who'd
25.
Wu land at 23 for us?
23, he gave us David Swain.
Oh, but gone.
Mm.
I'm gonna guess it's VSAR here before we get on the board, but
I mean, there's some good value here for us. We really can get some good value with one of these picks.
if Fallon doesn't go here, you would think that we're a prime trade spot for someone that wants him. Minnesota, do they want to come up from 30, whatever they're at, 33?
It was looking like Phylon was saying, I don't want to wait anymore. I was doing some lip reading. I could be wrong, though.
You know, not mentioned yet, but Jalen and Koa have a connection. They train together always, so there is that. There is that linkage.
What was that? It was a video of like it was Koa, Jalen, and LeBron training together.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the
I
different
think they do it.
evolutions.
They do it all the time.
Uh,
That'll be the Charmander to our.
who's Koa's NBA comp?
That's a good question. Honestly, no. His shooting is so bad that I have no idea.
Built like an ox. Crazy strong. He had that
He
30-point
should have been a
game
tight.
like
He
early
should have
in the
been a
season,
tight
didn't
end.
he?
Yeah, he should have been tight
His
end.
family is NFL players, right?
Yeah, his brother's a tackle. I think his dad was a tackle too.
Phylon looks happy.
Yeah.
He could be. You know who his comp could be? Boris Diaw in a sense. Kind of plays in the same way.
A big
A
body.
good passer, big thick body.
Mm.
Pause.
I was thinking David Roddy. So
Well, you think he's a bust, so.
they're teasing this as if it's Phylon. I feel like.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the clock. Who do you guys want?
Come on, Adam.
You can see him getting emotional, but he made that selection. Yep. That's what I said. I said Sixers could go guard here, get you another guy behind Maxey and VJ, and now.
Yeah. Best player available for me is Cameron Carr.
Yep. Same.
If you're going for a big Vaystar, those are the two that I lean to. I guess I get that Sanak and Koa Pete might be the upside swings as like higher recruits in college that had the hype behind them, but maybe had weird freshman years. I don't know, but I lean towards Cam Carr and Vaystar right here.
Brad Rowland just tweeted Cam Carr wouldn't be a need pick, but he's his best player available right now. So,
yep.
Let's see.
That would be a lot of redundancy in the roster if you keep Zach and
you have to get rid of Zach.
Right?
You have to get rid of Zach.
Literally, you need to if you make that pick, you gotta be like Zach. Go ahead.
You
bro.
have Aaron.
Where do you want to go, bro?
Cam Carr, Zach, Kaminga. Yeah.
I think Zach himself would be like, "Get me out of here," and request a trade. So
I would also trade this pick right now. Not my preference, but like if there's an offer on the table, I wouldn't mind trading this pick.
Yeah. But go with Pete with the Skyhawks.
He might average 40 down in the G League if he got to play against those people.
Hey, Preet, don't look at your phone. We're not seeing the notifications. Because the second I hear you bust out laughing a little bit before the pick is made, I'll know who it is. Finland's got good pace, man. Yeah, he's so small, but like he kind of has that SGA pace to him.
Mm.
He is so skinny, man. He's like sub 180. That's unheard of.
Yep.
I'm still gonna throw Terrace Reed out here again. I'm sure we're gonna re-sign Jock, but I think that would be a good big man to get if they decide to go their route.
Do not go to commercial again. Oh my gosh.
Right, they say commercial
That's
every time the Hawks
crazy.
come on.
That's crazy.
Disrespect. Just this is why we look at the phone for leak picks.
Bruh. What in the world? We get in one trade this whole first round. I mean, two if you want to count it, but like it was Memphis moved back a little bit. It's the same concept.
Yeah, that and
Nothing
Giannis are
else.
the only traded picks. That's pretty crazy.
Thinking about Cameron Carr reminded me that I forgot that Tunde Yesufu went back to college. Probably got to look out for next year.
Mm.
We got Anthony Edwards at home if we don't get him.
Exactly. Cam Carr with a +8 wingspan. That's crazy, man. He really is a Cedric Coward type of player from this year. Like 6'5", 7-foot wingspan, 7'1" wingspan. Near 40% 3-point shooter.
Mm.
Good volume. He was also the one that had that great combine scrimmage game. Had like 30 points and then shut it down. All right, come on, man. I can't look at my phone.
Right. Luckily, no spoilers came my way. Reed, don't say anything.
I won't say anything.
Who do y'all think has the best draft so far? I'll probably
Honestly,
say OKC or
Memphis.
Memphis.
I would say Memphis might be. Give Boozer 5 seconds and Kareem Lopez.
That's a good draft.
Mm.
Yeah, I said Memphis, and I love OKC getting Mara and Sturts. That was just such a good range to have 2 picks in for this draft for them.
Who's had the worst draft? I would say Dallas. I still can't believe Dallas went Morez. Like, I like the player too, but you don't have picks for what, the next 3 years, and you're using your last one on upside.
All right, Adam, come on. So ONC with the backwards cut. See Quinn in there.
Some look. Oh, yeah, Quinn was right beside him.
Yeah. And we're celebrating. Okay. All right. I mean.
All right. So,
right.
all right.
It's not the most exciting pick.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It makes you wonder what's going to happen if there's a subsequent move coming, though, because it seems very redundant with the skills on the roster. But you could make a case that he was the best player available.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't talk about him, but I mean, he, at his size, he was really good.
He's undersized as heck, though, if you want to play at the 5. At the 4, he's perfect, but, like, you have Asa, you have JK. He's blocked and he's an older player, so, like, I don't know.
This is draft.
Can't say I'm too excited behind this pick. I think he'll be fine rotational piece, though.
22, 6'9", 245, 7'2" wingspan.
We're definitely gonna get a lot of discussion on the social.
Well, the Lakers just traded for pick 24.
Why are they playing that song, man?
Saw a comp Jalen Williams from the Thunder.
Which one?
The backup.
The big man. Okay.
which he's still a good player.
So the thing with Zuby, like, he's got to be able to shoot as a position locked 4, right? Offensively for it to work, because he hasn't been able to shoot that much in college. On it defensively, he was good and seems to have some like playmaking chops to him from a power forward standpoint, but got to shoot, man.
Rick Pitino tweeted about him today. He said Zuby is a great offensive rebounder, average defensive rebounder, going to be an excellent shooter in the NBA, excellent form, improved passer and shot blocker, all about winning, all about team. Had the best vertical we measured in our 3 years.
Zuby did?
That's vertical? What Pitino said.
It seems like from measurables and stuff like that, he's great.
I bet Jonesy loves this pick. I'm sure. I haven't seen any tweets, but I'm almost positive he loves this pick.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's just nothing crazy, just solid, you know?
Not too mad about that.
No. Seems like a maybe on the safer side. Yeah, that's interesting with Asa and Mo and like what that'll mean, because to your point, I feel like it might be a reach to ever see him playing the 5, and you have a lot of 4s right now. So,
yeah,
which it's not a bad problem, right? Having depth is a good problem to have. So,
I mean, I don't see it. I was gonna say like squeeze out Mo Gay. It was either that or this literally is the definition of we're gonna make this pick. If it turns out great, but maybe a guy we just add in the future to some type of move we make. If not, we'll just put him in College Park for the year, let him play, let him develop. Like, I don't know if there's real expectation for him to be a role player, but could be. It's kind of like we can move him, or hey, if he turns out to be something, it'll work out.
Yeah. And I mean, given that it's a pure 4 prospect they selected, it kind of backs up ONC's best player available mantra. Like, I feel like you have to acknowledge like that's he's true to his word when he says that when he takes a player like that.
Also, a very explosive athlete from what I've seen.
Do you guys think that they could see a future where Asa is the backup 5?
I don't know if he's big enough, but
Yeah.
it definitely seems like they think that shooting would open the door for him. I would say he's a good rebounder, so there's that, but we have to see what his body. I think he'd have to transform his body a bit to be a full-time 5.
Add some strength. Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna hate on the pick. It is what it is.
It wasn't Kofi or Chris Mack, so maybe those guys would have been awesome. I don't know, but it would have made me nervous. Cameron Carr still being on the board is pretty crazy, though.
Tyler Rucker said the Hawks cooked in this draft, so we're getting some love in the no ceilings.
Okay. Where did Wu have Zuby?
He got a lot of buzz in the 20s this late here.
I saw a lot of the last week specifically. There we go. Good pick for them, man. At 24.
Wow. Carr went to the Lakers. That's a good pick for.
Hey, listen, man. Oh yeah, that's really good pick. But hey, man, I guess summer league action. We gonna see if people become fans or not. He's someone I see playing at every summer league game.
Hey, I'm gonna be watching a couple
plays
hours
hard
of highlights.
Too, so
I'll tell you that right now.
He plays hard. People gonna like him.
I guess depending on how they fill out their roster, you may start Newell at center in summer league.
Probably will.
Yeah, you probably do.
This guy put him at maybe 4, Kingston point, and then you kind of just figure out your 2 and 3.
I probably have Kobe Johnson back on the team.
Yep.
For summer
AJ
league.
Dennis.
Yeah. Zachary Reese, maybe at the 3. Summer league.
Third.
They told that brother to come back
and
play the summer league.
Like, it's an awful look, but like honestly, I think from a confidence standpoint, I don't know, man. I thought there could be some value there. Let's go get some buckets to get some summer league guys. Do a little on-ball juice for a little bit, test it out. You don't usually see the combine standouts like in the scrimmages that just kill it and shut it down, kind of fall from where they were projected. Like, I feel like Cam Carr is pretty consistently projected like 15 to 20, and going down to below that to 24. I feel like you don't see that too much. That's his dad. Is that what they're saying? Not Kobe. You're probably looking when Kobe's on the screen. I feel like half the players drafting now are like their dads were in the NBA.
I do not think he would stop it.
I think Lakers go center. Baysar or Reed right here.
Well, the Lakers got Carr.
Yeah, they traded up one.
This is the Knicks right here.
This is the next pick. Okay. Why can't we just switch the logos, man? NFL does that, right? NFL switches the logos immediately.
I think so. Yeah.
On the screen.
They don't have any hat problems.
Knicks trying to move back further.
7-2 wingspan. 16-7. Not terrible.
Well, our Pittsburgh salary dump asset has now been used. They're building some good depth if they do. Like, I feel like they're going to be moving one of Reese or Kaminga, right? But they're building some good depth if they keep those guys around. You think of your bench now is you have your same starting five, and your bench is Kingston Flemings, Aaron Wiggins, Reese Shea, Kaminga. Got to figure out backup center, whether it's Jock or somebody else. Probably need a different backup center besides Jock. And Jock can be your third center. But you have Jock, Asa Newell, Mogay, Ejiofor. A lot of size up front, specifically. Still got to address the guard depth.
Interesting. If we got Hartenstein, how would you feel about? Would that change how you feel about this draft at all?
No, I don't think so.
I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't think drafting for a center was important, like the utmost importance. And there's still plenty of centers I would consider here. Like you can easily buy a second round pick or get up to it. So I wouldn't count that out just yet.
And the Hawks may also just want a more.
Take a third rookie.
Yeah, the Hawks may just want a more immediate impact center too.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean, like everybody wants to fix this major big hole at center, and it's like we want to trust a rookie with that.
Yeah.
You know,
the guys I'm thinking of immediately would be like you have the MLE, Robert Williams.
Yep.
With Portland, obviously they have Donovan Clingan. You would assume maybe in a year or two they want to give Hans and Yang maybe a little bit more run up there. I don't know, but Mark Williams in Phoenix maybe with their situation with Kamal Maluwatch. I know they re-signed Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin, but I don't know how they're feeling about re-signing Mark Williams as well. Still have Gafford out there in a potential move. Got a few options that MLE can kind of help get a backup center. You still need Jock though. There's no backup center besides Hartenstein. There's no like clear-cut backup center out there that I would think this can be the full-time backup and we're good. Like you still need a good third center, and that's where Jock would come in. Mitchell Robinson obviously also on the free agent market. I'd give the draft a solid like B plus A minus.
Yeah,
kind of
the
guy we expected at 8 if he was there. That's where a lot of the rumors were leading up to. Like if Kingston's there, he's probably the most likely. And then I kind of don't have like a strong opinion on Ejiofor until I kind of dig deeper in the film. There's like only so many guys you can watch each year, and he was probably one of the ones that like saw a few highlights, knew about him, but don't have a strong opinion. So overall, solid.
What I'm seeing is that, like I said, a lot of value analysts like really like him. Like they really like him. Like I don't know, Jeremy Wu said he was 26 on his board, and he says he thinks that he can give us a boost right away. So maybe a more kind of can immediate impact a little bit.
Yeah. Got to find the Bart Torvik EPM. Let's see what those stats look like.
They're probably good because his defensive impact is insane. I'm sure his
7-2
analytics look good. Yeah, and he was good on the glass too. So the analytics love the possession battle, and he dominates the possession battle.
All right, let's see. Oh, He had the third highest box plus minus. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, like literally, like analytically and stuff like that. You like, I don't know. It looks kind of impressive.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
plays
top
hard,
guys
man.
Top guys on
There's gonna be a
parts
game
were
that Jalen Smith's gonna win these games. He's gonna go off. He's gonna go off and help him win for sure. Sorry, Grant. I didn't mean to cut you off.
you're good, man. You're good. The top guys were Cam Boozer, obviously, Yaxel, Zuby, Adai Mara, Caleb Wilson, Alan Graves, Darren Peterson. So good company, man. Okay. Just got to make a jumper though. Got to make some threes. Got to make some threes as a 6'9" big man.
All right, I'm gonna hop off of here right now.
And sir, I appreciate you for
It's
sure.
been a pleasure. I think these last 5 picks are gonna drag, and I'm not interested. So I'm just gonna bounce to get ready for tomorrow. But
Yeah, man.
we got my guy, Kingston Fleming. I'm excited. I think every Hawks fan should be too. So it's been a pleasure, boys. Appreciate you having me, Bryce.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you coming out. It's fun for sure. So
We'll see if they make any trades here, and we can have some more conversations in the off season. But hopefully they make a move here, man. We need JK or Zach gone, I think. But
There's got to be
it's been a
something.
pleasure, boys. Y'all have a good night.
Take it easy, brother.
yes, sir.
I'm gonna dip out too, Bryce. I appreciate the invite. It was fun. Good little draft, man. Good little draft. You know,
Yeah,
no,
man.
no big splashes, but it's kind of the theme of the night. A lot of stuff went chalk, but that's just how it happens sometimes. But I'm excited about the guys. Looking forward to summer league. Looking forward to more moves coming up. But again, man, appreciate the invite. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for sure, man. Appreciate you for sure. My night isn't over yet. After this, I'll probably just do a quick little recap video, reaction video, just kind of after taking a little break and then kind of get that out tomorrow. So
I'm gonna tell you in perfect fashion. I don't know what you just said because the audio cut as soon as Preet left. If I let you finish, I can see your lips. I can't hear you. But hey, again, man, thank you. It was fun. Appreciate everybody joining to listen along and whatnot. So thanks again, brother. I'll catch you around. See you.
yes, sir. All right, guys. So obviously we're about to hit 3 hours here. 982 on right now. I appreciate all you guys for sure tuning into the live stream. As I kind of was just saying to Grant, even though he didn't hear it, I'll have another episode after this, just kind of give my initial reaction and breakdown to the picks, what this could mean moving forward for the Atlanta Hawks, and what they could do as free agency is up next. So we have to keep in mind, free agency is coming. They still can make trades. This is not just the end-all, be-all for what the Hawks can do for the offseason, even though I know some of you are just assuming that already, and everything like that. So, but I appreciate all you guys. I thought it was fun tonight. It was fun, just you guys coming, commenting, just being involved, and just kind of being a part of this process with me. Shout out to everybody, obviously Grant, Preet, Luke, and Keita all coming on here to talk basketball. And, obviously we'll see what's next. Obviously, I think the Hawks have a second round pick tomorrow. We'll see if they even use it. They might sell it. We don't know. There's a lot of possibilities of what the Hawks could do with that pick, but we're going to have to see what happens. Obviously, if you enjoyed this live stream, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment down below about anything y'all want to say. Obviously, I see reactions in the comments right now. Follow me on X at Bryce_2K, BRICEY_2K. And yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in to the draft stream, and we'll probably do this again next year. So I appreciate you guys. Bryce Lewis. See you next time.